Colin Cowherd.
First of all, let's talk about Arizona State. Let's just give them a minute of love here. Outplayed, out-schemed, out-coached Texas. What a coach. Dillingham, 3-9 last year. Picked for 16th in the Big Ten this year. No five-star players should have beaten Texas.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays, ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Thursday. Mostly sunshine this afternoon and evening with a light wind around 7 miles per hour out of the northeast, and look for the high to be 52. Tonight, there will be some clouds with the temperature reaching 41. Raining lightly and mostly cloudy tomorrow with a wind around 18 miles per hour and the high of 64. Saturday, we'll have a high of 57 and some clouds. This weather is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
If you spend any time at all in your yard, you're going to encounter fire ants.
We know they can ruin a party. That's why we're this area's experts at fire ant elimination.
As your certified top choice professional, we will rid your yard of these unwanted invaders. Brock Pest is so sure they will get rid of fire ants that they offer a 1-year guarantee.
Enjoy your yard fire ant free. We guarantee it. Give us a call for your free consultation.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, our family protecting yours since 1968.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Whether you're an experienced investor or first-time buyer, Beach House will provide you with top-notch service to guide you through every step of the process. We make the real estate process fun and easy through effective marketing, strategic advertising, and always a client-focused experience. From single-family homes to full-scale developments, Beach House Sales Development has you covered. Check them out at beachhousesalesfl.com or give them a call at 850-919-3500.
In 2025, come on down to Dat Boot Store and pick out something that will help make 2025 a year to remember. Choose from one of the largest selections of Western wear and accessories you'll find in the area and at affordable prices. For the hard worker, there's name brand, Carhartt work clothes in all the right sizes with plenty to select from. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 9 till 5. Friday and Saturday, 9 till 5:30. Next to Bill Bird Kia 15th Street, Panama City. Dat Boot Store, where God is good all the time.
Mid-South Lumber, where they treat you like family. Locally owned and serving the residents of Bay County for over 45 years. See Mid-South Lumber for all of your DIY projects, including windows, doors, siding, lumber, and millwork. Are you building a new home? Bring your contractor in to Mid-South Lumber and meet with a member of their sales team to discuss your framing, siding, windows, and doors. Mid-South Lumber, the biggest little lumber yard in Panama City. 717 West 11th Street.
Through the holidays, you may have thought, one day soon, I'll get back to all the things I put off for the holidays. Well, one day soon is here, and so is Macy's One Day Sale, with specials on everything you want and need right now, like 25 to 40% off active gear from Adidas, Reebok, and the North Face. With deals this good, you can treat yourself to this, that, and anything else you've been eyeing. It's time to seize your one day soon, because this one day sale starts tomorrow at Macy's. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's the next evolution of sports talk radio. The biggest stories and the biggest reactions.
Now.
And now we're taking...
With the first pick.
It's the last ball you got to bat. The Inside Drive. From college to the pros. Interviews with the newsmakers, sports betting, your phone calls, and more. And now, The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey. Broadcasting from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good Thursday morning. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Little MJ bringing us in today, and I feel a little uncomfortable in the studio. Jay has a golf glove on, and I'm really not sure why. You want to make sure you got a good grip on that microphone?
The glove fits.
If it does, if it doesn't fit,
right,
you must have quit.
That's right.
So what are you guilty of today, Jay?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Oh, well, how long is the show again? 2 hours?
Technically speaking, 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 50 seconds.
Less the commercial breaks.
Don't think we have enough time.
No, definitely not.
No.
Definitely not.
No.
When is Wanda going to get on the show so I can ask her questions about your upbringing?
Wanda's very introvert. You're not going to get a lot out of her.
No?
Yeah, you're not. You're not. But if you can pry into it and get her to talk a little bit, have at it, Ryan.
Got to make her feel guilty about something so she'll call in.
That's right.
Talk about her son.
That's right.
Who gets a lot of abuse here on the Inside Drive. Maybe she can come to your defense. Or maybe she'll add to it. I don't know.
She'll probably add to it.
Yeah, that'd be more fun.
It would.
That'd certainly be more fun. But you guys are listening to the Inside Drive on 104.3 in Panama City and Panama City Beach, 101.9 in Port St. Joe. Along that forgotten coast. It's beautiful, it's chilly, but the sun is out. So stay warm out there. Hopefully the wind will die down a little bit as the day continues on. You can also download our free mobile app inside the Google Play or Apple Store. All you got to do there is search 104.3 and you can download it. And right now, if you open up that free mobile app, you can crush the Enter Contest button to enter the Hauling Hearts ESPN Northwest Florida Magic Express contest. You could win 2 passes to watch the Orlando Magic host the Sacramento Kings on March 29th, which will be here before we know it. You get to watch the game from a luxury suite, just like Jay Henley does when he goes to all his games. You also get some free food and drink during the game, and this time, different from last year, hotel is included in the ultimate road trip, so you don't have to ride back that same night. You can stay overnight, and then the bus will bring you back the next day here to PCB. We appreciate PCB Hobby, Panama City Toyota, Holland Hearts, Fairfield Inn, Hampton Inn on Thomas Drive, and Home 2 Suites for sponsoring the Holland Hearts ESPN Northwest Florida Magic Express. You can also head to ESPNPC.com. While you're there, scroll down just a little bit. If you're looking to save some money on your television viewing pleasure, whether it's streaming or cable, cut the cord and head over to ESPNPC.com and sign up for Lucid Streams TV. Over 2,000 channels on demand, including all your local and regional sports channels, up to 10,000 movies on demand as well. Really, it's got everything you could possibly want. Pay-per-view, Netflix stuff, Peacock stuff, Paramount stuff. I don't know if it's got Amazon Prime stuff, but, Amazon Prime's like $7.99 a month, Jay.
Is it?
Something like that.
Oh, okay.
And stuff gets delivered fast.
So it's still like 90 for the year or something like that?
Oh, man, when was the last time it was 90? When was the last time it was under 100? The last time I got charged this last year, it was like 150. I was like, man, I haven't ordered anything from Amazon Prime in 2 years. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Because I can find a friend who's got it.
That's it.
And then
phone a friend.
Phone a friend.
Hopefully
who
one
wants to be a millionaire? All of us.
That's it.
How many people get that opportunity?
Not many. Not many wear golf gloves either in the studio.
Is there a rhyme to this? Like, is there a reason for this?
No, I found it.
It's the first time I've heard somebody split up that saying.
What?
Yeah.
Is there a rhyme or reason to what you're doing? It's like, is there a rhyme to that, or is there a reason? I like that. That's kind of more fun. It adds more flair to it.
I try to add flavor to anything. It's just like
Flavor
I season
town.
my chicken.
Bam.
I found it in this jacket. Like, I guess maybe it was left over from
last year.
From a cold day.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, okay.
Hey, that's a good find. Some people find like a quarter. You find a golf club.
Right.
Good
Man,
stuff.
that used to be my favorite. Still is. It just doesn't happen very much because we're, closer to a cashless society. But I love finding money in my pockets.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. I find that more in like suit sport coats and stuff like that. Like I'll wear them maybe once or twice a year, and then there'll be something in that one pocket tucked in, and it always works out pretty good. Now, is that a weather soft, or is that a what's the other one? What's the good one? Stay soft. Ooh, giving everybody a listen to the Velcro on the glove. They appreciate that. I'm guessing it's a weather soft.
I think so.
Weather soft. Sorry, there's no T in the.
It's made in Thailand.
Yeah, FootJoy outsourcing.
This is a Cadet Extra Large.
Man, big palms, but wide palms, short fingers, but a big old hand.
Yeah. The serial number is I don't know.
Do you prefer synthetic or do you prefer actually the real leather?
I do prefer the real leather, but I just
back in the day it was sheep's intestines.
Was it really?
Yeah. Not for golf clubs.
Oh, okay. I got
that one might have went over your head a little, but hopefully not our listeners. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, but I do like the Cabretta leather. I don't know if that's is that sheep intestines?
No,
Cabretta.
No, I was making a joke.
Oh, okay.
That you didn't get. But it's okay. It's okay. No, it's real leather versus synthetic.
Yeah.
And, the difference between the two, obviously the synthetic's going to hold up a little longer, especially in the heat and stuff like that. Whereas the real leather gloves, they wear out a lot faster, but the feel is supposed to be a lot better. Because it's, just like a really high quality leather baseball glove, kind of the same thing. But
or football. I think Liam got a football.
Yes, and I am still waiting for the dang mud to be, don't get me started on that. I'm upset about
but
this.
we're started, and I need to hear this.
Yes, so... Santa brought him a real Wilson GST leather football, and it's about a 10-step process to prep a football.
I've never done that, by the way.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
Including putting real what you would use for baseballs and baseball the mud that goes on.
Never done that either. I just picked up clay and a little spit, and did it that way.
See, I want to make sure I do it right.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But so I've ordered, after Christmas, I ordered this mud, and it still hasn't shipped yet. And I'm getting upset. And I originally ordered it from Amazon, but then when it came, it wasn't what it said it was. So
this is special mud. This isn't something you can find.
No, and it's not like Dick's doesn't have it, Academy. Nobody locally has it. Otherwise, I would have just went and got it locally.
Right.
But it's so important to, prepping your football because it's what makes it softer and more grippy and preserves the longevity of the football. Obviously, you condition it throughout the course of the year and stuff like that. But I didn't even really, until I started really getting more into football with Liam, I didn't really know about all this stuff. But certainly learning, that is for sure. And then realizing there are sites where you can go out there and get an already prepped football. Now it's a little more.
Really?
Yeah, it's like GameDayPrep.com. I'm sure a lot of the high schools and all the college football playoff ones. This is the company that does all the footballs, but that's a full-time job. I mean, sitting there, it's a long process. It's a long process, but makes a huge difference.
So where is this football now? Is it sitting on a case somewhere, or is it in use?
Actually,
currently?
at the very moment, it's sitting on one of my counters in the house because I was prepping our other football earlier for our game tonight.
Ball has seen some good throws and some good catches. And John Andrew might have had, I don't know. There's so many.
He had three in that scrimmage.
Think about all of the great catches I've seen from the youngins from Team Dynasty, but the one from John Andrew just stands out because he high pointed it, he goes up, grabs it, and the sticky gloves did the rest. Yep. I mean, week one, right, with Luke.
Yeah.
In warm-ups, he's missing everything. Absolutely everything.
They didn't have gloves. It was freezing, too.
Chris Kramer helps him out with some gloves, right?
Coming in clutch, yeah.
And then the first play of the game is just like, what?
Well, it was a huge conversion because we were a little bit slow out the gate, and then he sniped one out of the air. But yeah. Now, when you play in the wintertime, are you a winter glove kind of guy, or when you had to play tournaments when it was cold, what was your strategy?
Not until about 5 or 6 years ago, I tried the winter gloves and actually liked them.
Oh, okay.
I didn't use them before that, and I guess maybe age just kind of got me to where I
getting a little colder.
Yeah, and the blood flow is not as there.
Like neuropathy or something like that, isn't that the word?
Probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
But are you a winter glove kind of guy?
I was the, you remember the Titleist mitten things that had the hole in them where you could slide your hand through them and pull them up onto your forearms? That's what I used.
Okay.
That's what I used. So I'd have those on, obviously, while I wasn't hitting, and then I'd slide them up while I hit, and then slide them back down.
Never used those.
Well, and, you grew up in Georgia. I grew up in New Jersey, so our golf season, we started in March, and it was like it is now when we started playing golf.
Right.
So protecting your hands from getting cold was crucial to being able to score well, because feel is such a big, important thing in golf, Jay.
Absolutely.
If you can't feel your hands, it makes it tougher for that short game, not only putting, but chipping and pitching as well.
Yeah.
And, of course, bunker shots. Speaking of the game of golf, I saw on the old social media, you launched a little preseason program. Tell everybody about that. You kind of previewed it yesterday a little bit. but you kind of teased the listeners
a little bit
about making sure you don't just pick up the club August 1st, but you're working up until that golf season starts.
Yeah, me and Michael's been talking for the last few weeks about trying to just get some really good players together, competitive players that want to get better, and doing a Sunday afternoon. Now that football's I know football's still going.
Yeah, but starting
we're transitioning.
Yes,
and
in about a month you won't have any more Sunday football.
Yeah, so on Sundays from 2 to 4 at Bay Point,
which is the warmest time of the day this time.
It is, yeah. We're going to start something February 2nd, so preseason tee off, if you will, rather than kickoff. I think we'll get some kids over, hopefully from Walton County. We've already got a few here in Bay County. Ethan McGregor, Brady Lent's going to come out. It's just going to be fun, and it's going to be a competitive 6 weeks.
Good.
There'll be a little instruction, but the thing. Well, the thing is we're not. Here's the thing. We're not changing swings. We're changing habits, right?
Yeah, there you go.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to work on setup. We're going to work on things like that. But we're going to get out on the golf course and just
and compete,
beat each other up.
Move.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
You need some pads.
I like it, man. I mean, normally you don't think of that in the world of
physicality
golf,
out there on the course.
We're going to get out there and beat each other up, but I think that brings calluses to these young children.
You got to have calluses in golf.
You do.
Yeah.
I don't even think I could play around the golf right now.
It doesn't take long if you don't have calluses.
No, it has nothing to do with the calluses. It has to do with like the way that my wrists are right now.
Yeah. You broke down.
Oh, is it back again?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
he's like Slim Shady.
It was like I had like 4 hours yesterday where I could like move everything and be like, oh, this is nice, and like now I'm sitting here today. Oh, golly. Like, everything hurts. Everything hurts.
You're over 30, so things start to break, I guess.
I think that I'm just paying for the prices of all the things that I did and, like, hurting myself and be like, it'll be all right. It'll fix itself. And here it is. It's fixing itself. Give me the retribution of pain.
Yes, our tails do not grow back like lizards. That's for sure.
That's right. That's it.
No, but our toenails do. So.
Yeah, that's true. And our fingernails.
Yeah.
And our fingernails. I'm still baffled that you are wearing a golf glove in studio.
He's not.
You took it off. I took it off. Now let me ask you that. That brings me to a question. Are you a glove taker offer in between shots, or do you leave it on while you're in between shots?
Man, I have to take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
between every shot?
Yeah. Yeah. It just that's so weird. Yeah, come on.
I do too.
The only time I take my glove off, and that only started in the last couple of years, was when putting. Because I would watch the pros.
It's more of a common thing. It's a feel thing.
I'll put that thing in the back pocket. It looked like a baseball player out here. But back in the day, if I'm in a hurry, I won't take my glove off for nothing.
Right.
Even for OJ, you won't take that glove off.
Nah, because I'll get a small one.
Well, and yeah. And the reason I always took it off is because it preserves the glove. That's why I always took it off. If you got these nice leather gloves, you take it off between each shot, and some people's hands sweat a lot too. And you see the glove tree on the golf cart where they've got 4 or 5 gloves and they're swapping them in and out. And those are the people that got money though, because those gloves aren't cheap.
Yeah.
A nice Cabretta leather glove is about $25-$30.
It's all out of habit though, if you think about it. I mean, it's like
that's what golf should be. It should be habits, right?
And think about the guy who hits a single in baseball. What's the first thing they typically do? They take off their glove, and they put it in.
And nowadays they put on 27 different things before they go to second base.
What's up with that?
I don't know. You even seen the kids do it now.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're putting mittens on and what? You're about to bake a cake? I don't know what you're doing.
Right.
I don't know what you're doing.
They're just trying to cook.
Oh,
nice. That was good.
That was good.
Let him cook. That's it's a common younger person term, Jay.
It is. No, I've heard it this year.
Has glazing come across your camps yet?
Heard that one.
Okay. And selling, of course. Selling is incredibly common.
Oh yeah.
Like when you sell.
Yeah.
I remember Dawson said that during one of our games. He's like, I sold that pick 6 because he dropped the interception. So selling is like when you do something that's like detrimental.
Yeah. Well, All right, here's one for you. Last night I had 9 kids out on me and Michael had 9 kids out on the golf course. It was cold at 4:30.
Oh, yeah. We had soccer tryouts, and it was freezing.
Yes. And
once that sun goes behind the houses or the trees, it got cold.
It got cold. And, if someone hit a bad shot last night, I heard, that's Buns.
Buns?
I mean, but I've heard that. Like,
I've never
heard
that one, actually.
I think that kids were saying that when I was... But maybe they used the opposite word. It was a 3-letter, bun would be a 3-letter word. So when you add the S and make it a plural, it's a 4-letter word. But I think that we would say something that is synonymous with buns, but it was a 3-letter word and a word that I, shouldn't say right here.
Right.
I probably could get away with it, but...
Yeah, but not necessary.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
necessary. Yeah.
I like to use those words for emphasis.
The lingo changes weekly. It seems.
Potty
but
mouth.
selling, like to me, that would be, not doing something detrimental, but like I'm kind of faking them out.
Yeah, see, that makes more sense to me, but
and that's what the thing about the new
he
words.
sold that game because he just threw an interception to his opponent or something like that.
Right. Like, the only thing to me that makes sense, Riz, I'm like, that's a great one, honestly, because it's short for charisma.
Yeah, which we all know what charisma means.
Right. Well, they don't, but, they had to get told, so that's what you're using for that word. But, that's the beauty of... It's just there because of all the information and everything. Their slang words, like we had our
they just take off a lot quicker.
Yeah, and there's just boom, and then everyone's sharing them, and teachers are like, I don't know which direction this is going. Like, they're using states now for slang words. Ohio, I don't even know what that means, but whatever.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's like Parker, my 14-year-old son. Obviously he's a lot smarter than me in the sports department, which doesn't take a lot. But it's like he knows what's going on just through reels, and like I don't think he's ever sat down and watched a 1:00 Sunday afternoon Dolphins versus whoever, right?
Yeah.
Like he's never done that
from
before.
his daddy.
Yeah.
I don't.
Don't call the kettle calling the pot black there, Jay.
But he gets those highlights.
Well, it's that short snippet of information, right? It's the instant gratification.
Yep.
And
really,
if you did a little bit of that prior to the show, you may be able to bring a little bit more to the table. But,
probably.
Let's not get carried away.
Well, that's a lot of the times you'll be like, when the kids are talking about something, they're like, boom, boom, boom. Like, that's how I see about them is those reels, man.
You've mentioned that the other day. I forget what we were talking about, but yeah. Jay, what golf tournament is starting today?
The Sony Open.
The Sony.
Is that also in Hawaii?
It is. Yeah. It is. This one's actually...
Who won the last one?
Hideki Matsuyama.
Nice. The pauser.
Yeah. Super pause. What'd you say yesterday?
I don't know.
It wasn't super pause. It was some other something.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I slept too.
I slept too.
That's good, Ryan. That's good.
Yes.
I slept pretty good too last night.
Yeah.
Good.
Refreshed.
Yeah.
I had 3 hours the night before, so I had to catch back up.
Makes you feel good that day.
Oh,
or today.
Well, yeah. Yesterday, like that 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock period, I was like, I need about a pot of coffee here.
Yes, sir.
That little 10-minute quick boop, and I'm back.
Yep.
And I'm back. Pat McAfee looks like he's had some things this morning.
Wow.
He looks a little squinty there to me anyway. But he's also wearing a pretty interesting tank top on.
Yeah, he's just fitting in with Miami.
That's true. That's where he's down there for the Orange Bowl. Yeah, okay.
It's got to be cold down there too, right?
Not necessarily.
Miami?
I think it's probably in.
I would say if it's 43 here, it's 66 there.
I was going to say 65. Yeah, so
that's what I was thinking too.
It's not quite iguanas falling out of the trees yet, but if it gets into the 50s, they start falling, and then they come back. They reanimate once their body temperature gets to normal.
Well, I can tell you one thing: up in Atlanta and Birmingham, you can't find any milk or bread right now. I guarantee you
everybody's
that.
panicking.
Oh
about
my
eggs.
God! Well, probably eggs.
63.
Okay.
Ooh,
nice. That's a little cool. It's a little cool.
I could kind of
feels like 61 though, so they might be wearing jackets down there.
Man.
Pat's wearing a flowery tank top.
He sure is.
You got one of those in your closet, don't you?
Yeah.
But yours is baby blue.
Yes.
Still got the flowers on it, though, right?
That's pretty.
It is pretty.
Yeah.
It is pretty. Who's that guy?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think you would.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sony Open, and you took a flyer, right, on Luke Clanton?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's what if you put $1 in, it's 41 to win. I don't know what that. I don't know the.
It's about as simple as it can be.
4,100.
Well, 41 to 1.
Well, okay.
If you bet $1 and you win 41, it'd be 41 to 1. So it'd be plus 4,100. Yeah.
Yeah, plus 4,100.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think that's a good look. I think it's a good.
Well, it's a tournament that's, it doesn't usually have a massive field or a really competitive field, for lack of a better term. Wiley Country Club's not really that hard. Even the winds can get up out there, but it's a pretty flat golf course, pretty easy as it kind of eases into the West Coast swing, as they'll be coming back to the States here pretty soon. But yeah, that gets started today, and more primetime golf as it's on out there in Hawaii. When we get back, I didn't talk about the top free agents. We may push that on a little bit because there's a Facebook page that says 90s Kids Only, and it's got all these different topics. And I was going to bring up these topics and get your initial thought on them, so should have some fun here on this.
Jay, do you identify as a 90s or an 80s kid?
80s,
man,
right?
I'm a tweener.
Tweener?
Yeah.
When were you born again?
In 80.
You're...
It's an 80s kid. Yeah.
Like, if you're born at the beginning of a decade, that's like me saying, well, I'm like a 2000s kid. I was born in 91.
Yeah.
I'm a 90s kid.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you're an 80s kid.
I'm an 80s kid.
So this should still apply to you, though, because you were in your heyday in the 90s.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. You guys are listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. 1980 does, in fact, make you an 80s kid. We'll be right back.
It's the ESPN Northwest Florida Hall & Hearts Magic Express. We're taking a busload of sports fanatics on the ultimate road trip to watch the Orlando Magic play the Sacramento Kings March 29th at the Kia Center. Plus hotel and food during the game. Just open the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app and click Enter Contest. Sponsored by PCB Hobby, Panama City, Toyota, Hall & Hearts, and Fairfield Hampton Inn on Thomas, and Home 2 Suites.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Thursday. Mostly sunshine this afternoon and evening with a light wind around 7 miles per hour out of the northeast, and look for the high to be 52. Tonight, there will be some clouds with the temperature reaching 41. Raining lightly and mostly cloudy tomorrow with a wind around 18 miles per hour and the high of 64. Saturday will have a high of 57 and some clouds. This weather is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you tired of hearing 2 weeks when you call to get your boat worked on? Hey folks, it's Chris Kramer with Kramer Marine and Outdoor, and we'll get you in and back out on the water as quick as possible. We're a full-line Yamaha outboard dealer and Suzuki outboard dealer, and we have master-trained certified mechanics on site. So if it's just an annual service, electronics install, trolling motor install, or all the way up to a full repower, we can take care of you. So stop by and see us in the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd next to Bill Kramer GM, or call us at 850-851-0453.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a walk-up with central air and a skylight, and you found it. Now, every Friday night, you get to fall asleep to the sound of your downstairs neighbors' dance parties. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
From the beach to the bay to the backyard, it's the Inside Drive from the Bill Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studio.
I've got sand in my underpants.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Chicken, chicken, chicken hates. Chicken hates. Chicken, chicken.
And welcome back. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Jay Henley, that is your song.
It is.
That was Drew Rosenhaus, super agent on there. That's who that was.
Don't know who that is.
He's a super agent.
What's that mean?
He's just he's got a lot of high profile athletes that are under his umbrella of representation.
Gotcha.
Makes a lot of money. That's what that means.
Yeah.
If there's one athlete you'd want to be an agent for, who would it be? That's not on this 90s thing either. That's just what.
Honey Boo Boo.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. My man Tiger.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still, even to this day,
I just wanted to do what he was doing when he was.
No.
You wanted to go to Las Vegas with him and Charles and Jay and all that. Yeah, that's what you wanted to do. You wanted to party. Tiger, huh? Still?
Tiger, yeah.
What would be your advice for him?
TGL. Just try to get him to, move that
all in on TGL?
All in on TGL.
Seems like a smart business decision.
You think so?
No.
Why?
I don't know. He needs to get out and about more. People love when he's out and about.
Yeah.
He needs to work on his health is what he needs to do.
Yeah, he does.
So he can be out there in these Masters and the U.S. Open and all that. But how many tournaments do you think he's going to play in this year?
He'll play the Masters most likely.
Okay.
It can only be 4. I can tell you that.
Just the majors.
Yeah.
I'll go 6.
All right, there you go. Like sneak a Sawgrass in there.
That would be cool.
Yeah. The East Lake Tour Championship.
Yeah. Well, he's got
the
top
majors
30
and the FedEx Cup playoffs.
Yeah, if he makes it though, that's the
No,
problem.
he will because he's going to top 5 at the Masters.
Okay, he's gonna win all the majors.
It's gonna be a resurgent year for Tiger Woods this year.
All right, you heard it here first on the Inside Drive.
Yeah,
I like it.
I'm calling my shot.
I was going to say he's going to play at the Hyundai, but I don't know if that golf club's going to be existing here in time for that tournament. Riviera Country Club.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was his tournament, wasn't it?
The Genesis, I think.
Or the Genesis.
Right? Yeah, I think it is the Genesis at Riviera, is what it is at Riviera.
Yeah.
But, all right. Let's see if we can have some fun. I'll try to cherry pick some of these because some of these are, not that interesting. But, Jay, you just got to, it's like word association. First thing that comes to your mind. What tastes so good when you're thirsty that isn't water?
Gatorade.
Okay. Look at that. You just fired right off the hip.
Yeah. Oh, I will.
What kind of Gatorade? The full high-octane Gatorade or the G2 or the Gatorade Zero?
Yeah, all the above.
All the above?
Yeah.
I find the high-octane Gatorade to be a little too sugary, and it kind of gets that, little
it does.
mucus in the back of your throat.
Yeah, it's got that tingy.
Which is kind of goes against when you're, dehydrated and you're running and all that stuff because you want to be able to breathe pretty easily, and sometimes that can get in the way. But I like that answer. That's a good answer. All right. What's the worst place to be when you get a stomach ache?
Oh, school.
School. There you go. You go to the nurse, though, wouldn't you?
No.
And then you go home and watch The Price is Right and eat chicken noodle soup in the couch.
Right. We didn't have nurses back in my day.
You
it's like, you're sick? Yeah, we'll call your mom or dad. And
so there was no nurse's office. Is there a nurse's office in schools nowadays?
I think there's a nurse at every school, it seems like.
Okay.
I feel like
there has to be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No nurse where I came from.
I don't think there's a nurse. I don't know. No, I definitely know there was nurses at the elementary school and and all that when I grew up.
Yeah.
But no, not for you, huh? No.
Negative.
Rub some dirt on it and we'll call your parents.
Yeah, absolutely. And I did that a lot. That's one thing Wanda would tell you.
Okay. Just call me.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm done with school. It'll be 10 o'clock. I'm like, I'm out.
Oh, that's right. You were the thermometer to the light bulb kid in the bedroom.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. What fast food doesn't taste the same anymore?
Big Mac.
Okay, so McDonald's.
Yep.
Well, if they go back to that beef tallow, it might start tasting like it used to back in your heyday.
Right.
Which was, in fact, the 80s, not the 90s. But the 90s were a great decade. Music, movies, everything was really good in the 90s. I don't know if we'll ever go back to as good as a decade as the 90s was.
I agree.
What is something that you are surprised still exists?
Surprise still exists. Cars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What would be the replacement?
Like, I thought we'd be flying
like the
airplanes
Jetsons.
under the Jetsons.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Jetsons were kind of in your heyday, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
But I've got a relative out in Vegas right now at that Elon Musk deal in Vegas, and I saw a picture of some of those cars.
The big tech convention?
Yeah.
So I saw something about like a driverless carriage thing. It's coming to a lot of cities, and you hop in it, and it's just got like 1 million cameras and stuff like that.
Crazy.
I feel like that we've been talking about stuff like that for 20 years, and it still hasn't come to fruition.
Has not.
Yep. Like electric planes and that kind of stuff. All right, what got better once you turned 30?
What got better?
There's stuff floating around in there, I can tell.
There is.
It's just not coming out
I know.
verbally yet.
Yes. Choices.
Oh, that's a good one.
Choices.
That's a good one. Your choices got better when you turned 30. I like that. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. That was very
I had to think about it for a second, but
that's pretty high level.
Yeah, it is. It is pre-30.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of part of growing up, right? Is making the learning to make the correct choices, because you got to make some bad choices to learn from that
and appreciate the good choices.
I don't know. He just walks by with food. Oh man, they're still floating around in here, huh?
Old donuts.
Yeah.
And we also got some cupcakes from Bite Me in the refrigerator, so you guys can feel free to get some.
Dang. Yeah, Bite Me. I see all their stuff on the old social media. And I'm like, dang, that looks good. Before I keep going,
it is.
Got to give a shout out. It's my daughter Ryan's 13th birthday today. A little bit better than last year. Obviously, that tornado came through January 9th last year, but she's at school. We got soccer tryouts afterwards, and she's going to be resistantly coming to Liam's flag football game tonight, because it's going to be freezing cold on her birthday. But happy birthday, Ryan.
Ryan.
I hope it's a great day, and I hope everybody at school
Happy birthday, Ryan.
is obviously you're not listening, and hopefully you are. That'd be cool if you were listening at school. I'm going to make sure I say the right stuff about you and your school. But all right, so let's keep going, Jay. What cheat code is ingrained in your brain? Like from a video game, I think is what it's asking there.
Oh gosh!
Like up, down, left, right, ABA. That was one from Nintendo, I believe.
I do remember, but I can't. I'm gonna have to pass on that one because I can't remember any of the cheat codes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's something you were taught only to learn it was wrong?
Say that again.
What's something you were taught only to learn it was wrong?
Let's not forget he went to Griffin.
It's true.
Yeah, no kidding.
All of it. Just kidding. Just kidding. Shout out to Griffin.
Taught math.
You learned that you were found out that it was wrong?
Huh?
You found out that...
Oh, no, and today... Well, I guess I reversed that because, math is obviously different than it was back then, but, it was right. I was taught right.
This is what I was expecting out of this segment right here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You lost me.
Yeah.
So you're saying... I don't know.
Go again.
Okay. No, let's find this out.
Yeah.
Let's get to the root of this problem.
I need to dive.
What's the square root of this problem?
I need to dive in a little
So when
deeper.
you say, Jay...
Contra, thank you, Ian. Yes, Contra, that's what it was. It's on Sega Genesis.
Okay. All right, go ahead, David.
All right,
go ahead.
When you say that you learned math, but it was wrong, are you saying that the way that we all learned math was wrong because of the way that these kids use Common Core math?
No, I feel...
And we've gotten rid of that in the state of Florida, thank goodness.
Oh, have we? Good.
Yeah.
Okay,
I saw somebody, like a video of a parent trying to show their kid.
I think it got taken out of the state curriculum from our governor. But yeah, I mean, because
very confusing.
It was. I mean, and you try to help, when you grow up doing the regular math, whatever you call that, Portuguese, whatever it is, and you try to help. We didn't do much of that. We did a little bit of it, and I was like, I don't even know what's going on. Why are we drawing boxes? Like, it's just you carry the one and all that stuff.
Right.
I don't know.
But have you seen some of those Asian kids that they can do fast math and they'll sit there and do their thumbs like this or whatever?
Yeah.
And boy, 75 plus 28 minus 33. And
it's
they're on top of it.
It's like Max. Max can do big number math on top of his head very quickly.
Really?
Yeah, 3-4 digit things. Next time you have him
surprise me.
Yeah, you should quiz him.
I'm going to quiz
Put the pressure on him.
Yeah.
Put the pressure on him.
Well, that's why he's good at what he does, I'm sure.
That's it.
Yeah.
You got to know numbers. I can add up 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s pretty fast.
Right.
But that's just from doing a million scramble scorecards in my life.
Yeah.
And also you just go with, if it's a 4, it doesn't go up or down. If it's a 3, it goes down 1. If it's a 5, it goes up 1. So you can look at a scramble scorecard usually pretty quick. As long as there's not any 2s and other stuff on there, then it starts getting a little more complex. But yeah. All right, I'm trying to think if anything I was taught only to learn it was wrong. I'm sure there's some things that I was told were true, but ended up not being true. But I don't know if that's right or wrong.
I'm still trying to digest that. I want to come up with a really good... I know there's something in there. I'm trying to digest that.
I hope there's something in there.
Oh, yeah. That you were taught at a young age, but now you're like, that was wrong.
It doesn't matter at any age.
Oh.
Didn't say anything about your age.
Yeah, that's it's philosophical.
That you could be anything you want to be. Even though I'm kind of doing exactly what it is that I want to be, but life just doesn't work out like that. Life isn't. Yeah. Hey, I think your parents, because and I don't know this because I don't have children, right? But they want you to have a better outlook than what y'all did, as when you're a kid. So you like positive all of this stuff or whatever, and then as you grow older and you go through life, you just kind of realize like, okay, sometimes things work out in your favor, and a lot of times they don't, and you just gotta like deal with it,
persevere and adapt and overcome.
I'll tell you one thing that I was taught growing up that I know is right is treat people how you want to be treated.
100%.
And
that lives every day.
That's right.
If you just live by that motto, it usually everything, what goes around comes around, good or bad.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, let's see if you got this one. I know you weren't a big video gamer. What phrase from a video game is ingrained in your memory?
Oh, gosh. It's got to be from. I'm thinking NBA Jam right now. What was the phrase?
He's on fire.
Yeah,
he's heating up.
Yeah,
from downtown.
From downtown. Yeah, that was a good
first one that comes to my mind is Hadouken from Ryu from Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Great game.
I never like had heard that before or whatever, but when we were doing the Listenby Lodge podcast, we had a song, and it like our intro song would say Hadouken or whatever, and then I heard that I would start hearing that from other people, and so that's from what?
Street Fighter 2 Turbo,
Street
and
Fighter
also
2,
Boom
okay.
Shakalaka. Yep.
Yo, Boom Shakalaka.
Yeah, that was from
absolutely.
NBA Jam, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then Guile had Sonic Boom from Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
Played a lot of that game. Mortal Kombat 2, Scorpion, when he hit you with the spear thing, he said, "Get over here." Mm-hmm. So there's a lot ingrained in my head.
EA Sports.
It's in the game. Yeah, it's catchy.
See, and I started video games where, like Super Mario Brothers, there was no commentary. Like there was no
Mario.
I like Texas. I was watching the Auburn Texas game over the weekend, and when a Texas player made a free throw, they played the that little sound when Mario powers up from being big. I thought that was kind of a cool free throw sounder, is whatever you want to call it.
Or like getting the coins. Ding, ding.
Yep. Classics.
Good.
Classics indeed. Let's see if there's any.
Crash Bandicoot had a bunch of good sounds too. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yep. That was a good one.
I was when you first said something, I was like, "Oh man, a lot of my thoughts are going towards GTA right now. We can't do that one."
Yep. Oh goodness.
Tiger Woods. Whenever they're doing the flyby of like Augusta, and they're like, "Oh, this is a azalea," or whatever. I think it was maybe Jim Nance doing that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They would describe all the holes.
Oh man, that game was.
Yeah.
What, like 2004 or whatever?
That was peak.
Yeah.
That was peak. Yep. No, not the Masters one. He's talking about
Masters was
EA
2009.
Sports Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Like that 2004, 2005 one was fantastic.
Yeah.
The Masters was 2009.
Yeah, they came out with one recently too, but we got it. But I really couldn't get behind it too much.
You had the EA Sports version, and then you also had the golf club or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Or I think it was just 2K. I think it was 2K. I had both of them, and I honestly like the 2K game a little bit better than I did the EA Sports game. But I had both of them, or have both of them technically, since you can't lose the discs anymore.
No,
there's one plus, right?
Yeah,
can't scratch them to death.
Nope,
it's true.
Nope, if you don't put them in, you can't scratch them.
Yeah,
that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, gotta scratch that itch.
That's it. That's it. 2004, 2000. Yeah, that's about right. About 5. Yep, good times. Good times. All right, Jay. I'll finish him. That was absolutely.
Oh,
another good one right before you.
That's a classic.
And then you had to put in whatever it was. That's when you had to buy like the Game Informer magazine to figure out how to do all the fatalities and all that stuff. Now these kids can it takes them 2 seconds to find out how to do stuff.
That was also one of the cool things about pre-ordering games back in the day. If you would pre-order, sometimes you would get 12 months of the Game Informer magazine.
Yep.
And then they had TV shows and stuff like that. What was the channel? Was it G4 or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah. You had that one chick that she was pretty good looking, and she would preview video games and whatnot. Yeah.
What a job. You just play video games and talk about them and preview them. It's kind of like talking about them on the air.
I'd rather do this.
Yeah, we're supposed to talk about sports. All right, Jay, this one screams your name. What song lyrics hit harder now that you're older?
Jay!
What song lyrics hit harder
now that you're older?
Wow.
That's deep.
That is deep. Man. I don't know.
All right, well, you think about it.
Think about it.
And when we get back, you can open up from what's in there.
Okay.
In that noggin of yours. But a little trip down the 90s memory lane. What song lyrics hit harder now that you're older? Pretty much all Ludacris songs at this point.
Yeah.
Move. Get out. Driving around when you're older, you're less patience, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Rhythm and balance, Jay. Rhythm and balance.
That's it.
But you guys are listening to the Inside Drive. When we get back, we'll hear what Jay's answer is. And then we're going to talk about some of the NFL stat leaders as the playoffs get started here in just a couple days. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida, the Paul Feinbaum Show.
Says the committee's not responsible for creating a quality playoff when they're directly responsible for doing it.
I don't mind anyone giving us credit down here, but the idea that a talk show host is going to influence that committee is preposterous.
Yeah.
Paul Feinbaum, weeknights, 6 to 10 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Take your next adventure at an award-winning Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Discover the new Kia. We invite you to stop by Bill Bird Kia and test drive the new 2025 Kia. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. The 2025 Kia SUV family has movement that inspires. Drive away today in a new 2025 Kia Soul, Seltos, Sportage, Sorento, or Telluride. Fuel the thrill and command the road in the luxury of a 2025 Kia K5 sedan from Bill Bird Kia. Performance, power, and design built for you. Spark inspiration in the all-electric 2025 EV9. It's a modern masterpiece, fast charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original home for the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or anytime at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind you can trust. Your local community dealer is Bill Bird Kia.
Every love story deserves a perfect beginning. At Tracy's Fine Jewelry, we believe that your engagement ring should be as unique as your love. Explore our vast selection of certified natural and lab-created diamonds, each hand-picked for brilliance and beauty. Whether you desire the timeless allure of one of our hand-selected engagement rings, or you'd like to custom design the perfect ring, visit us today and let our experts guide you in finding the ring of her dreams, because love deserves the best. Tracy's Fine Jewelry, where love sparkles.
For the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey and Jay Henley.
This man is destroying golf.
Broadcasting live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios.
You may be right, but our ratings are up and we're attracting new youthful sponsors.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN at Northwest Florida. Should you not be at your house and you want to hear what's going on tonight in the semifinal game of the college football playoffs, it'll be right here on ESPN at Northwest Florida. Coverage starts right after the afternoon underdogs kick off at 6:30 p.m. We'll talk a little bit more about that game, Jay, in the final segment. About to tee off, got the glove back on?
That's it.
Good stuff. Now, does that glove have the ball marker on it or no?
No, and I do like that
Do
part.
you?
I really do.
You?
I do. I like that part.
You probably put the ball marker on your hat too, didn't you?
You know a trend that's going to be happening?
All right, let's hear it.
Here's a
I wanna
trend.
invest if you're ahead of it. You love it. That's passion.
I have not seen this yet.
So how is it a trend if you haven't seen it yet?
Well, I've
it
seen
will be a trend.
It will be.
Okay.
All right, so think about this, Ryan.
I'm thinking.
All right, the ball marker being attached to your shoelace on your shoes.
Okay.
Now,
How do you tie your
it's
shoes?
on the hat right now.
Or it's just in your pocket.
Or it's in your pocket.
Or it's on your glove.
Or it's on your glove. However, why not attach it to the shoelaces of your shoe, your golf shoe, because you're already going to bend down anyways.
I would say attach it to your shoe, not the shoelaces, because, when you're walking, those shoelaces can flippity-flop around, and then the last thing that happens is you lose that magnetic stuff, and you lose your ball marker.
True.
And then you bend down to mark your ball, and you're like, where's my ball marker? And you're like, who's got a coin? And then nobody's got a coin because we're going to cashless, and then everybody can't mark your ball, so now you got to play stymie like the old school golf.
Yeah.
But maybe on the shoe, maybe like on the back side of the shoe, it's got like a little indent, and you can pop it out. I mean, people have been putting ball markers everywhere,
but not the shoe.
Not the shoe. But I like your thought because it's a one-step process. You got to bend down to get your ball anyway. You might as well have the ball marker down there as well.
That's right.
Did you know you can use anything to mark your ball on the green?
A leaf or
beer can, golf cart. Don't drive golf carts on the green.
And we're talking like competitive golf.
Yeah,
here.
you can literally use anything to mark it as long as you replace the ball back in the correct location. Fun fact there.
That is fun fact.
Yep. Did you come up with something? Some lyrics?
I mean, it's In the Air Tonight, Phil Collins.
That resonates more with you now than it did back then?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Well, I got to look.
You're more cognizant of the air nowadays than you were back then. It's important to breathe. There's no doubt.
It is.
You gotta have that oxygen.
Well, I mean, I've got to look and see.
Yes, the kangaroo shoes, Ian, thank you. Yes, I do remember those shoes. They had that little zipper pocket on them for all your things.
Well, let's see. Dang, that's a brutal lyric. There's some brutal lyrics in here. There's something about that song that I can't
There's something
remember.
about Mary.
Yeah.
There is something about Mary. But,
there's something he can feel. Call me.
So there's
In the Air Tonight.
Yeah.
In the Air Tonight. Yeah.
So what resonates more with you about that song? Just those, like the title of the song?
It's the drums,
It's
isn't
the
it?
drums. I do like the
Yeah,
drums.
but that's what got you in love with the song in the first place.
Yeah. But, I mean, if you're having, like, a crappy day or whatever, and then Phil Collins comes on In the Air Tonight, I mean, it brings on a whole new spirit. It just brings on a whole new spirit.
That makes me think of The Hangover, where Tyson knocks him out.
That's
On
right.
the final drum. Yeah, there you go. There it is. Listen. What is that? You need to rotate more. It looks like you're, what'd you say the other day with your tip of the week? Looks like you're humping the air. That is what you said, right? Staying on your...
Hump the golf ball.
Hump the golf ball.
You can't hump the golf ball.
No one likes somebody humping the golf ball. It's just not good.
Yeah. You can't thrust the hips. You've got to rotate the hips.
Yep.
You've got to...
It's like dancing, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Nobody's out there twerking on the golf course. You got to rotate.
Yeah.
It's like swing and shag dancing. All that good stuff.
That's right.
It's all in the hips. You heard, who said that? Chubbs Peterson.
And he will not be in Happy Gilmore 2, unfortunately.
Well, because he passed away in the movie and in real life, so it's kind of hard to have a cameo if you're not kicking.
Oh, he'll come in from the sky. Didn't he do that in 1, 2?
Yeah, they had him up in heaven. And,
You don't think that'll happen in the second one?
I would hope so. I mean, with AI and all that, I mean, you could pretty much generate
They could
anything.
use the same daggum scene.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah.
They could. I think it's the 25th of July, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you said that yesterday.
Is it 25th of July?
Or July of 25.
Oh, okay.
I saw there's something
So
in
then
my
it'll probably
brain.
be like right around July 4th then.
I would think so. So hopefully early July.
Maybe we can get an early screening process.
That'd be good.
That would be cool.
It'd be good.
We'll have that going. Top Golf will be here for maybe, I don't know.
What does that have to do with our
Top Golf will
radio
be
show?
here. When do you think Top Golf will actually be here? I know that you said yesterday they're making large progress. I think they'll be here by 2026, early 2026, maybe end of 2025 and gone by 2027.
Dang, David Hayes.
They're not going to last, bro. What lasts around here that's like big? You know what I mean? They come here like the Pirates sing. It's not going to last. Why? Because they're going to make that money and then they're going to expect that that's going to keep on coming in, and it will for the tourist seasons, but the locals here we can't afford to continue to, it's not going to last, bro. In places that are big, it makes sense, right? Because Jacksonville and all of that, they've got like year round. They're not going to be able to employ a place of that size.
And Jay will be a diving pirate.
Maybe 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the one up in Pigeon Forge, the market's very similar, and I'm not going to discuss market forces and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But luckily, Panama City Beach does seem our shoulders are getting a little smaller. The pads aren't as big as they used to be. I bet you knew a lot of people that had shoulder pads, not protective gear, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Women used to wear those back in the day.
I don't know why your shoulders being up and big were an important thing for a look, but I don't know.
Made your torso look smaller, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know a lot of things.
So the bigger the shoulder, the smaller the torso. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it makes sense, right?
Sure. I don't know a lot that makes sense. But yeah, luckily our shoulder seasons are getting a little bit smaller, and we're seeing more year-round traffic, especially on the weekends. But yeah, it's certainly one of the things about here. You open up this stuff, and I mean, there's a reason why our water park is only open in the summer. Because it's warm.
But it should, like, you would feel like if we had more of a, I think if Shipwreck were to stay open until like the end of, I think you can do it till October.
Well, and I think the main reason is because, the majority of their employees are students.
Right.
So I get that.
Yeah.
But hey, the Pirates up there in Pigeon Forge, and I don't know, that's obviously people go in there in summer, but it's a big time winter destination as well.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, you would hope they try to get it open before the busy season to get that.
It would make the most. It would be the most conducive
revenue,
for them.
Yeah.
Right.
No doubt.
But do you think do you think it's possible, actually feasible? And then
if I knew more about
if you open up and you have bad customer service, you're going to turn off the
any
locals
business.
anyway.
You get one opportunity to make a first impression.
Exactly.
I mean, that's Jay's dating scheme.
If you turn the locals off, like we've seen it here, right? You turn the locals off and
they won't support you.
Exactly. Yep. And now you're destined to just be with the tourists, which we love our tourists, right?
Of course.
We love our snowbirds, all that stuff. 100%. We need them. But if you turn the locals off, it's not. And we used to be a lot more strong in that aspect. There used to be every store that you go to, if you're a local, you're getting a locals discount, especially in those summer months.
I agree.
Now we don't have that. It's like it's almost, to some extent, businesses are like, forget the local. Like, I want the people who are going to come spend money with me.
You're right.
And it's like, well, I'm spending money not only in my taxes and everything, but also, trying to with you guys as well. I'm just broke, so sorry, I don't got it.
Yeah, I mean, there were a few putt-putt places I remember going to in the off season, and I won't call the names out, but like they would offer a very cool local discount, and that's no longer there, and it just kind of like.
I will say there's this little glow-in-the-dark golf place right up here. They do a locals discount.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty neat. Like, it's a pretty neat little place. And I was the only person
I think the R one does it too as well.
Yeah, well, it used to.
Well, maybe it's a kid one. I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, there is an R one right up there on the beach that is not the back or the middle.
Yeah. The front, Jay.
That's right.
The front.
Yeah.
All right.
The beach is designed like a green. Front, middle, and back.
Yeah,
that's right.
What's the whole location today?
Yeah.
Where's the flag?
Always in the back.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, then. All right, let's talk about some 2024 stat leaders before we get into our afternoon delight debrief segment here in the next hour. Some numbers that stand out, although he said they wouldn't be punting quite a bit. Caleb Williams took 68 sacks this season, losing 466 yards. Doing some quick math, that's probably what, 6-7 yards a sack. The former is the third most ever behind David Carr in 1986 and Randall Cunningham, David Carr and Randall Cunningham in 1986. C.J. Stroud had 52 sacks. Geno Smith had 50 that rounded out this year's top three. Baker Mayfield and Kirk Cousins both led the league in interceptions with 16. Geno Smith ranked third with 15. Cousins also fumbled 13 times in only 14 games. So it's probably looking like it's going to be Michael Penix leading that team into the future. 5% of Anthony Richardson's passes were picked off. That's insane. 3% were TDs. He's expected to start again for Indy in 2025, despite only Jameis Winston and Will Levis joining him above the 4% interception mark. Now, moving on to some positive stats. Total passing yards, Jay. Who led the league in total passing yards?
Josh Allen.
No.
Patrick Mahomes.
No.
He's not in the playoffs.
Oh.
And they were close.
Will Levis.
I said they were close.
I'm not paying you no more money for the NFL pick'em. Like
the Cincinnati Bengals. Who's their quarterback?
Burrow.
Yes, Joe Burrow with 4,918 yards. He topped Jared Goff's 4,629 and Baker Mayfield's even 4,500. Who led the league in touchdown passes, Jay?
Touchdown passes. Boy,
everybody's in their car screaming at their radio right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Let's go Lamar Jackson.
No.
Great
touchdown interception ratio, though.
Same division.
Yeah, same division.
As
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. Because that's a hint.
Yeah, Bengals?
Yes.
Deshaun Watson.
Yep. There you go, quarterback of the Bengals, Deshaun Watson.
Joe Burrow. He also led the league in touchdown passes with 43. It tied 2021 Tom Brady for the most since 2020 with Aaron Rodgers. Mayfield and Lamar Jackson threw for 41 apiece, so you weren't far off with Lamar Jackson. Cincinnati is the first non-playoff team since the 2012 Saints to see their QB lead the league in this category. Completion percentage. Who led the league in that, Jay?
Man, accuracy. That's
kind of what that stat wraps up.
Yeah.
I think it's your team, if I remember.
Josh Allen? Or
no, you got rid of the Bills. You know, from the Falcons to the Bills.
And Tua.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tua Tagovailoa, 72.9.
I feel like they should have given that to Baker, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that minimum pass attempts and whatnot, but Baker played the whole season and was at like 71-point-something%.
Yep.
Tua didn't play the whole season. And, you know, I Roll Tide, all that good stuff,
Yeah.
but I feel like Baker should have got that.
Well, the NFL saw a record 5 quarterbacks, like you said, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, Joe Burrow, and Geno Smith all finish above a 70% completion rate.
It's insane.
Yeah, as a whole, quarterbacks averaged an all-time record of 65.3. But obviously, when we talked to Keith yesterday, that didn't necessarily correlate to yards, as your total yards was down significantly. But I think it goes to the strategy, the different offenses, and the safer, quicker passes, getting the ball in receivers' hands a little bit faster. Interception percentage, Justin Herbert was 0.6. He threw 3 on 504 attempts, narrowly topped by Jackson and often pressured rookie Caleb Williams. But 3 interceptions on 504 attempps, Jay.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
It's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. Passer rating. Do you know this one?
Passer rating.
I'm not what a passer rating is, but who led the league in passer rating? He's a playoff quarterback. You've mentioned his name already. It's not Joe Burrow.
Josh Allen?
No.
No.
He leads the league in QBR, though. It's 77.5. Purple.
Lamar Jackson.
Yes, Lamar Jackson with 119.6, which is the 4th best ever in an NFL season, followed closely behind by Jared Goff and Joe Burrow. As I said, Lamar Jackson, 77.5 QBR, followed by Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. I mean, Joe Burrow just dominating all these statistics. Completions, guess who led the league in completions, Jay? Easy answer. Come on. It's a theme.
Lamar.
No. God, no. Joe Burrow.
Joe.
460.
Joe's the man.
Followed by Baker Mayfield and Geno Smith. But we got to go.
We get to the receiving portion of this.
I know. We got to take a quick break. When we get back, we'll dive into some afternoon delight debriefs. Who knows what Jay's got us for today? You can take the glove off before we go to break.
I will.
All right. Sounds good. There it goes. There it goes. You're listening to The Inside Drive. We'll be right back.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
We need to rebrand rest in 2025. We live in a rise and grind society, and when we chill, we say things like, we're lazy, and it's bed rot. In 2025, we're cocooning, a.k.a. we're taking a page out of the old Caterpillar's book. We're going to intentionally rest so we can emerge our best selves and let those beautiful butterflies fly.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Thursday. Mostly sunshine this afternoon and evening with a light wind around 7 miles per hour out of the northeast, and look for the high to be 52. Tonight, there will be some clouds with the temperature reaching 41. Raining lightly and mostly cloudy tomorrow with a wind around 18 miles per hour and the high of 64. Saturday, we'll have a high of 57 and some clouds. This weather is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hey folks, Chris Kramer with Bill Kramer GM. And the best place to listen to the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey is inside a brand new vehicle from Bill Kramer GM. And I want you to know we've got 10 times the amount of inventory on the ground as we did this time last year, and darn near all of them are discounted. So shop us online at BillKramerGM.com or visit the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd. We'll make it easy and take great care of you.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota. ESPN Northwest Florida.
With over 65 years of combined experience, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to help you take your collection to the next level. They carry all the new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. They sell and trade cards and are always looking to buy. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards is open 7 days a week at 752 West 23rd Street, down from Academy Sports. It can always be reached at InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
And now, the afternoon delight debrief with the three degenerates from the Inside Drive. Live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios.
Afternoon delight.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Rockets in flight. Afternoon delight.
And welcome back. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. 104.3 in Panama City and Panama City Beach. 101.9 in Port St. Joe. I guess for this segment, it is a glove off segment, as the glove has not come back on there for the Swing Doc Jay Henley. I see a gift card in there, though. Is there any money loaded up on that gift card?
There can be.
Well, if you just go to golfwithjay.com. Right? It's even got a QR code on it?
We don't participate in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get it printed on there, but you don't utilize the QR. Yeah, you do have to pay. You know, you can't just like make up a QR code and not pay for it. But, yeah. So good to know. It's got the magnetic stripe on it, though.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. If
I was almost not going to ask about the QR code too, but boy, am I glad I did. Oh, Jay. Speaking of QR codes, and if you want to download a free mobile app, where do you go?
Google Play or Apple Store.
You always act like you don't know. And You wake up in the middle of the night, you go Google Play and Apple Store. The first thing you say when you wake up is, Skeeter. But yeah, download our free mobile app. Did you say Skeeter? Skeeter. Goodness. All right, little John. Oh, but anyway, download that free mobile app. While you're there, you can enter the contest. That is the Holland Hearts ESPN Northwest Florida Magic Express contest that can win you 2 passes to watch the Magic host the Kings on the 29th of March from a luxury suite, free food and drink during the game, and hotel accommodations included in this contest. We appreciate PCB Hobby, Panama City Toyota, Holland Hearts, and Fairfield Inn, as well as Hampton Inn on Thomas Drive, and Home to Suites for sponsoring this contest. Again, if you have our free mobile app downloaded, all you can do is open it up and click Enter Contest, and if you don't, you just go to your Google Play or Apple Store and download that free mobile app as well. You can also head over to ESPNPC.com, click Listen Live anytime you want, but also scroll down and sign up for Lucid Streams TV. It is $41.99 a month with code ESPN-NW. 2,000 channels on demand, including all your sports, all your pay-per-view events, 10,000 movies on demand as well. Of course, got to thank our studio sponsor. That's Bill Kramer GM and Kramer Marine and Outdoor. Hopefully we'll get Chris to come back in studio sometime soon. I know his 6th, 7th, 8th flag football team is also 4-0 and undefeated. I'm assuming they get back underway tonight as well. We're looking forward to getting back out there to Harders Park and playing some flag football, albeit a little cold, but that's the beautiful part of running around. Typically when you run around and you're warm-blooded, that pumps the blood a little more through your body. What temperature is your blood, Jay?
98.6.
Wow. Not everybody, but that's that's kind of the target, what you're looking for. So the more the blood flows, the better warmth you feel. That's for sure. What do you got to keep warm?
Heads, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Head,
shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes.
I'm always worried about making sure that my knees are
it's
warm,
a crucial.
if not.
They start to No, I get it.
And my shoulders too.
Yeah,
because I'm
my
worried
hips
about
more than anything.
Yeah,
I think I've just put my hips through hell most of my life. So then when it starts to get cold, my hips get a little bit sore.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't. My hips do get sore in the cold.
Fingers, toes, and your
extremities,
head.
Jay. Your extremities.
That's
Your
right.
head, your hands, and your feet.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't start singing the Pepto-Bismol.
Do you know it? I saw it this. What, you don't?
Upset stomach, diarrhea.
Yeah, nausea, heartburn,
indigestion,
indigestion, upset stomach,
diarrhea.
And they always bend over and like grab their butt. Like, we get it. We know where it comes from. We don't need the visual.
I always remember the Ferris Bueller's Day Off nurse that comes and checks on Ferris. You know what I'm saying? Do you remember, she knocks on the door and, we heard that you were feeling ill, headache, fever, and a chill. We came by to restore your pluck because I'm the nurse who, and then he just slams the door. Do you remember that one?
I don't. I haven't seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off in a long time.
It's classic.
But yes, head over there to the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd Street. 24s are on wheels, no pun intended. Great rates, great deals, great incentives. Trade-in value still super high. They've got a great selection of new and used vehicles on the lot right now. And then once it gets warmer and you want to get out there fishing, if you don't have a boat and you need to get one, that is Kramer Marine and Outdoor. And if you got one that needs to be fixed up, that is also Kramer Marine and Outdoor. They'll come right to you with their great mobile service, and if you need them to tow it to the dealership, they'll do that as well. It is a full service. If you're looking for some accessories, Jay, whatever it may be, they sell propane and propane accessories.
Did they?
No, that was King of Hill. Your favorite show. But they do sell CRI boats. That is Seabourn, Sundance, and Spider, and they also sell Skeeter. You can check out all that new and used inventory at KramerMarineandOutdoor.com. Jay, you got one?
I've got one.
You've had some real-life ones the past few days that have been pretty riveting.
I have. This is, you can't make this up.
You say this every time.
I know. The state of Kansas, all right, there was this big winter weather that come through the state of Kansas back a few days ago.
You talking about what the radar looked like?
Well, no. They sent a message out to the state of Kansas about snowplows. And so
be careful.
The state of Kansas writes to people on social media, this is a reminder before everyone calls and messages us about where are the plows. Why isn't my road plowed? Please remember that side streets always get plowed last.
Fair.
However,
you got to get those main arteries done first.
Right. However, your mom will continue to get plowed first. That remains top priority.
They put this out on social media?
The state of Kansas wrote that.
Man, it's a little inappropriate, Jay, to bring up on this show.
I know.
Yeah.
Kansas needs to chill.
Man, Kansas.
Chill.
Well, it seems like it's pretty cold. Got all these snowplows out.
There it is.
Man, there's a real notification. That is a good afternoon delight debrief. I will give you that. I will certainly.
I cannot believe they did that.
That's somebody sitting there going, all right, let's see what I can get away with today. And then they fire it out there.
Yeah.
Apparently they got away with it.
I wonder if they still got a job.
I don't know. Depends on what that job is.
That's true.
If he's a plow driver, he may still have a job because they got to keep the plowing going.
That's right. That's right. But anyways, that's what
I want to become, a professional plower.
Yeah. You can do that on the fields, too. All that stuff.
Yeah, the fields.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Corn.
The fields.
Wheat. Yes.
Just depends on what field you're talking about.
Yeah, there you go. Field of dreams, some might say.
Yeah.
Think about a peaceful job, though, like the streets.
Field of fantasies.
No, it's not peaceful. You got to watch out for people out there, Jay.
Well, I'm thinking like street sweeper at 2:30 in the morning. That looks like a peaceful job.
Over. You got to pull over for the street sweeper. You got to get into the next lane right now, or else you're going to get pulled over right now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
True story?
Street sweepers, tow trucks, if they have their
lights on?
Yeah, if they have their hazard lights on.
So just like an emergency vehicle.
Right, 100%, but it's that month where they'll ticket you for it right now instead of like giving you a warning because it's kind of like
they're trying to get it done. Gotcha.
And that yellow light is different,
yellow light,
right?
Which, if you're a regular vehicle, you should not have your hazard lights on. And also, while we're on these PSAs, let's try to drive 55 when the speed limit is 55, guys, instead of 35. And that you don't need 200 feet between you and the next vehicle.
We got places to be.
Yeah. Come on.
Slow your roll, David.
I'm just trying to go to the speed limit. Just trying to go to the speed limit. That's all.
All right, this is kind of a local one. This is actually from Newsmax.com. They picked it up nationally. Fuel tank falls from F-16, lands in Florida neighborhood. I don't know if you saw this one. An F-16's fighter jet fuel tank fell from the plane and landed in a residential neighborhood outside of Eglin Air Force Base in Florida, not far from an elementary school. Military.com reported that the incident occurred around 11 a.m. on local time on Tuesday in Niceville, Florida, within close proximity to the military base. There were no reported injuries as a result of the fuel tank's plunge from the sky. The Fighting Falcons fuel tank landed in someone's yard after missing cars, people, and homes on its way down, according to the Mid-Bay News. Only by the grace of God, it landed between two houses, Niceville City Manager David Deitch told a local digital outlet. Mid-Bay News posted multiple images of Air Force officers and security investigating the incident in the residential area, as well as the fuel tank lying on the ground. The area where the dislodged fuel tank landed approximately 600 meters from Edge Military School. Why are we doing this in meters, guys? This is America. This is the Gulf of America. It should be in
the Gulf of America, son. Boy, I'm about to give you a flag that says that Gulf of America.
Yes, that's sir. It. In an email,
actually, let's call it the American Ocean.
Yeah, I like that even better.
Everyone is always like, you call that the ocean? That's the Gulf.
Yeah.
My goodness. Don't call it. It's like, dadgummit, it's all salt water to me, brother.
Yeah, right? Yeah, the American Ocean. I mean, that Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean, American Ocean.
There we go. It's the smallest ocean of them all.
We're about to suck up Greenland, so we might as well have the American Ocean as well. But the area where the dislodged fuel tank is approximately 600 meters from Edge Elementary School. In an emailed statement to military.com, the Okaloosa County School District said that students were not in the building at the time the incident occurred, but were scheduled to return on Wednesday. Our district is aware of the current situation and is close communication with the Okaloosa County Emergency Management to ensure a smooth and safe return to students tomorrow. But didn't the incident already happen? Catherine Card, an Okaloosa County School spokesperson, told military.com. A similar incident occurred in July in Michigan when an F-16 from the Ohio National Guard declared an emergency landing and dropped a fuel tank, according to the Iosco County Sheriff's Office Facebook post. One part landed in Lake Huron and exploded, and the other part landed in a shopping center parking lot where minor damage was caused to some vehicles. Retired Colonel J.F. Joseph, who is now an aviation consultant, told military.com Tuesday that most of the time when an item such as a fuel tank, refueling hose, or panel falls off a military aircraft, which he has said has happened in the past, it's unexpected. That's probably a fair comment there, Colonel Joseph. It's not something somebody really probably had any control over, Joseph said. It's one thing that if somebody's jettisoning to their stores trying to get rid of weight, but if they inadvertently fall out for whatever reason, there's not simply much you can do. How did the jet keep flying, Jay?
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe speed.
Momentum.
Took him to the scene of the accident.
Well, his fuel tank fell off.
Yeah. It makes you wonder, I mean...
Speed, momentum, and tenacity is the opposite of rhythm, patience, and balance.
Tenacity is a great word. A great word.
It makes you wonder to get that fuel tank off. Do you just hit one button, or is there actually like a process, like a check?
I would hope it's like, like a pole saw where you've got to like pull one button in and then pull the trigger at the same time so you don't accidentally drop it.
That's like Uber Eats. If you're doing an Uber Eats when it's like you want to make sure, like, you know what I'm saying, you get that extra little time.
I'm a DoorDasher.
Are you?
I get confused with Uber and Uber Eats. It's like, am I calling for a car or am I getting food? I don't know.
Yeah.
DoorDash, it's very simple.
True.
I just get Uber to the place I want to get food from and call it Uber Eats.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't actually do that.
Yeah, no, right. That would be kind of cool.
DoorDash.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Good stuff, Jay. You got any other ones?
I kind of...
You don't have to. You don't have to. I luckily typically prepare and have some more. All right, this is a few fun facts about the state of Florida. They call it dysfunctional fun facts. Floating rafts of fire ants are a fact of life down here. We have iguanas, and when they get too cold, they go stiff and fall from trees. Don't worry, they're absolutely fine and reanimate at a more desirable body temperature. Florida is hit by 41% of all the hurricanes that strike the United States. Florida cities consistently rank as lightning capitals of the United States in 2023. The Miami-Fort Lauderdale metro area had 120,998 lightning strikes. After Alaska, Florida has the second longest ocean, which is not an ocean, it's a gulf shelf shoreline of 1,350 miles. That's the second longest out of any other state, again, besides Alaska. Florida has 27 first magnitude natural springs, more than any other state. Jay, do you enjoy a natural spring?
I do.
Do you?
Hot. I don't
Usually
like
they're
the
cold.
I know, but I like the hot springs.
We don't have hot springs here.
We don't?
No, these are cold springs, natural cold springs.
There's one up at FDR in
Franklin
Georgia.
Delano Roosevelt?
Yeah.
Have you been in a hot spring before?
I've never been.
I've been in one
Colorado,
in Nevada.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice, but so are cold springs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in a hot springs in the middle of the summer though.
No.
No.
That sounds yucky.
Yeah.
But I don't think we have any hot springs here in Florida.
Dang it! You would think so, being in Florida.
Why? Why would I think so?
Just because you're in Florida, it should be hot.
Well, it should be cold because it combats the hot.
Okay, gotcha.
Anyway, no matter where you are in Florida, you are never more than 60 miles from saltwater. Key West has the most bars and churches per capita. It's probably per capita in the United States. St. Augustine is the nation's oldest continually occupied city, founded in 1565. Yes, sir, David. I think he's got an answer on the hot spring.
Yeah, I do. Warm mineral springs in Northport, Florida. Consistent 85 degrees year-round.
Oh, boom.
And it contains 51 minerals, including magnesium, sulfate, and potassium, which means bring a straw.
That's it.
Bring a straw.
It's kind of like getting an Epsom salt bath.
Oh, yeah. Love
But
them.
natural. I guess that would be natural, too. But
Have you had an Epsom salt bath?
I have, not like in the last couple of days, but
I had one last night. It was amazing.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Of course you
amazing.
did. Did you have some candles, too?
Yep.
Listen to some Phil Collins.
Did it, Jay? You like candles?
I hope you
don't
do.
do that.
I hope you
no,
do.
okay, no. Did you? Like,
No.
Look
He
look
did,
right
but
into the eye.
he did, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
he did.
no.
I can tell he is as red as that Georgia
You
Bulldog
did have
logo.
candles.
No.
Yes, you did. What was the smell?
Scentless?
Sea salt.
You freak.
Sea salt. So you got an Epsom salt and sea salt going at the same time.
You need to watch your cholesterol, my friend. It's a lot of salt.
That is a lot of salt.
And he had fried chicken on the side over there, sitting on the toilet.
With fried eggs.
Ooh.
Dang.
I think I'm moving to a steak and eggs diet for 367 days.
You'd probably be fine.
I would hope so.
Yeah. It's a lot
I
of
mean, I would
protein.
tell myself I'd be fine.
Yeah, you do that with everything else. So.
Yeah, I can't move my hands, but whatever. I'm good.
I don't need them. They're not part of my daily life. I don't know what you're talking about. Everglades, a couple more, just two more, Jay. Everglades National Park is the only place in the world in which alligators and crocodiles coexist. I think they got some bears down there, too. And by the way, alligators can, in fact, climb fences.
Ooh.
It actually works out well. They got the short arms, so they're able to put in the chain link real easily.
Yeah. All right. I'd love to see
Left
that.
front foot, right front foot, left back foot, right back foot.
Right.
It's actually alligators the ones taught everybody how to climb.
Man, I want to watch that on a video.
I'm sure you could Google alligator climbing fence and it would pop up. You didn't bring your computer today.
No.
Is that because you had that bath last night?
That's just on Wednesdays.
It's just go because of Keith.
Like,
That's nice.
I get work done when Keith's on.
Let's just be honest. I mean,
Be honest, brother.
Don't want you to
Wait.
lie.
No.
Don't want you to lie.
He keeps it going for 40 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he does.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. Overdue book returned to New York Public Library after 72 years. You just have to be, you have to be 70 years old just to even have that option.
What kind of a late fee was that?
True, good question. Hopefully it'll tell us. This is New York Public Library celebrated the return of a copy of Igor Stravinsky's 1936 autobiography 72 years after it was last checked out. Billy Parrott, or Perot, I'm going to go with Perot, the director of the Stavros Niarchos Foundation Library, said...
I wouldn't even go to a place like, if that was the name of it, I'm not going in. Too fancy.
72 years ago they went in. Said he received a call a few days before Christmas from the library's Fifth Avenue branch. They got multiple branches. The situation turned out to be the return of a book that had been checked out April 4th, 1952, and had been due back 2 weeks later. We routinely get stuff returned all the time from the 80s or the 90s, but rarely stuff from the mid-century, Perot told the Gothamist. Perot said the book Igor Stravinsky's autobiography was returned by a man who explained his mother had checked it out from the library's Woodstock branch in the Bronx while she was studying music at Hunter Hunter College. The woman never got around to returning the book and even went on to work at the New York Public Library location in the Bronx for a time. Perot said the book will not be returned to circulation, but will be instead kept for the curiosity and engaging story. The library shared photos of the long-lost book on Instagram. Do you happen to have a library copy of Igor Stravinsky's 1936 autobiography that is 72 years overdue, the Post said? Is the fear of the late fees preventing you from returning it? Forget about it. The New York Public Library has been fine-free since 2021. So, Jay, you just brought it up to the New York Public Library, take a book, and now it's yours.
How about that?
There you go.
That's crazy.
I know. They probably were tired of this. They're probably spending more money on people trying to collect the fines than actually collecting fines. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right. What do you want to do?
I did enjoy back in the day when they had the little index card that showed
the Dewey Decimal System.
Well, no, in the back of a book, you would have an index card.
Oh yeah, like the list of people
who had it before.
I doubt they still do.
Yeah, they had to stop that for stalker rules.
Yeah,
so that's fair.
Because then people would go get that book, they would find out, and then they would get the fingerprints off the books, and the world of hell that could happen after that.
True.
Tons of documentaries on that on Netflix.
Really?
No.
Oh, dang it. I got excited. I was like, a new documentary.
It sounded good, though. Really good premise for a movie.
For real. Yeah.
Did you check out a book in 1973?
I did.
You left fingerprints, and now we know where you are. The Syracuse Orangeman.
That's actually...
Oh, the Orange
That's
Bowl.
Joy Taylor underneath that.
Oh, yeah. Where's Emmanuel?
I sure don't know.
The Ocho. 8. Emmanuel 8.
Emmanuel 8.
There you go. All right, I got. No, we can pivot. They can pivot because I was going to do one more, but it's designer creates world's largest sandal in Nigeria. It doesn't seem that exciting.
Eesh.
I know. You got to have the world's largest foot to wear the world's largest sandal.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead and take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to talk about some of the top free agents in the NFL, and then we're going to have to dive into the big playoff game tonight. Jay, do you even know who's playing?
Is it Notre Dame?
That's one of them, yeah.
Oh.
Usually two teams.
Penn State?
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
All right, we're ending the 12 o'clock segment on a high note there, Jay Henley. You're listening to The Inside Drive. We'll be right back.
There will come a payday. Hallelujah, what a payday. There will come a payday.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The afternoon underdogs.
He's too prideful to step away. We have the right money and players and people. We don't utilize them correctly. And what are we doing? Why do I have to watch CeeDee Lamb be so prideful and then come to the sidelines and talk crap to our own team? I should never have to see that.
4 to 6 weekdays. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Thursday's weather. The rest of the day, there will be a light wind out of the northeast, mostly sunshine and 52. Some clouds tonight, a bit colder at 41. Tomorrow, mixture of light showers and mostly clouds and a moderate breeze right around 18 miles per hour with a high of 64. A little colder at 57 Saturday, and we'll have some clouds. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Whether you're an experienced investor or first-time buyer, Beach House will provide you with top-notch service to guide you through every step of the process. We make the real estate process fun and easy through effective marketing, strategic advertising, and always a client-focused experience. From single-family homes to full-scale developments, Beach House Sales Development has you covered. Check them out at beachhousesalesfl.com or give them a call at 850-919-3500.
Construction is wrapping up on Panama City's newest Oyster Bar. The Local 115 opens in December on Harrison Avenue. Local drinks, local sports, and local food. Delicious oysters, crab cakes, steamed seafood, gumbos, salads, paninis, wings, wine, and cold beer. Nothing fried. That's right. No fried foods at Local 115. Amazing local food with an exciting local sports and mural theme. Eat like a local at the Local 115.
The locals love it.
You're going to love this. You are my favorite. It's my favorite.
Everybody's favorite. The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey. Live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios on ESPN Northwest Florida.
And we are back. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN at Northwest Florida. Long sleeve tee, huh?
Yes, sir.
You're one of the few guys I know that can still rock the long sleeve. David wearing a long sleeve tee too? No. Okay, good.
It's all about comfort these days.
Is it? Yeah, I've been wearing, Beth calls them sweatpants, but I call them athleisure pants. They're very comfortable and they keep you warm.
I call them night breeches.
Night breeches.
I'm wearing snowboarding pants right now.
Ooh, those will keep you warm.
With thermals underneath.
Smart.
I had to be prepared for
this evening.
Mm-hmm.
I get to put one of my new Christmas presents to test.
Oh, the heated
hoodie. I've had a heated vest for a while, but the heated hoodie's more my speed.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Sounds amazing.
And I charged the little things right before I left to come to the show, so it should be good to go. But it got cold at tryouts yesterday, too, over there at UA. And they put the, it was pretty cool, while we were out there practicing, they put the Jacob Fish Gymnasium sign on the new gym at UA.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty cool. I was like, ooh, I know somebody famous. Another guy's name's on the gym.
There you go.
But yeah, no, the gym, they've practiced some basketball there, a couple tryout nights over there. So things are really rocking and rolling.
Are there bleachers on both sides?
Yeah, it's like the pull-out ones.
Okay. They should name those the Miles and Tag bleachers.
There
since
you
they
go.
look the same on both sides.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I like that. I mean, and man, Miles and Tag, shoo, you got a lot to live up to, guys. Your dad's name's on the gym.
And they'll be all right.
Yeah, you better live up to that hype, no doubt about it. But speaking of some hype, there's been some reports coming from Bleacher Report and Reddit college football accounts that the flu is going around in the Notre Dame locker room. Those who have it bad, but it sounds like it's mostly backups and special teams players. Still something, obviously, to monitor for the Fighting Irish going into the Orange Bowl versus Penn State game tonight. So, Jay, you think that affects them?
Mm-hmm. You said backup and special teams?
That's what this particular account said, yeah.
Well, I'm not a big stats guy, but obviously. But
we didn't know.
The body language and the fight, I think, that the Notre Dame Fighting Irish has, I think they do pull it off against Penn State tonight.
We weren't talking about who won yet.
Oh.
You just took my entire last segment.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Save it.
Okay.
I do have, what did I want to continue with? Oh, did we finish this? We didn't finish the stats, did we? Because I want to keep asking you questions because that's my favorite thing to do is ask you questions. All right. We hit the quarterbacks, right? Yeah, we had incompletion percentage. That was pretty strong. We hit the quarterback, let's see. So rushing. Who led the league in rushing this year? I'll try to give you hints, but it not be too obvious.
Don't know.
Former Giants running back.
Barkley.
Yes.
All right.
Look at you. That was too good of a hint, I guess. He had 2,005 rushing yards, which ranks him 8th on the all-time single-season rushing list. He was followed by Derrick Henry's 1,921 and Bijan Robinson's 1,456. Those are your rushing yard leaders this year. And how that correlates to fantasy football. So your top 5 fantasy football running backs in weeks 1 through 14 were Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Alvin Kamara. In weeks 15 through 17, you had a little resurgence there of Jonathan Taylor. Jahmyr Gibbs was 2nd. James Cook was 3rd. Bijan Robinson was 3rd in weeks 1 through 14, was 4th in weeks 15 through 17. And then Tajee Spears had a nice end of the season. He kind of came on, hopefully helped some people probably win some fantasy football championships. Scrimmage yards was also Saquon Barkley at 2,283. Jay, do you know what scrimmage yards are?
Scrimmage.
For a running back specifically.
Yards from the line of scrimmage.
You missed a good one, David. I asked Jay what scrimmage yards are because we were talking about stats again, and he said they're yards from the line of scrimmage, which, I mean, technically,
I didn't hear that.
Oh, you didn't have your headphones on. That's usually how it works. I asked him what yards from what scrimmage yards are, and he said yards from the line of scrimmage, which
that's correct.
Technically, is fair. Yeah.
Right?
It's receiving and rushing yards combined there, Jay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, total yards, also known as.
Gotcha.
But yeah, from the line of scrimmage, LOS, scrimmage yards. But guess who led that one?
Saquon.
You are right.
Yes.
Saquon led both rushing and scrimmage yards. He had 2,283. Derrick Henry was
I was about to say second. Who was Derrick second? Do you know who Derrick Henry plays for?
Come on, guys. Are you for real?
The Titans.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just walked him right into that one. He does not play for the Tennessee Titans, Chad.
Oh. Who does he play for? Oh, the Ravens.
Yes, he does, bro.
I was thinking about last year.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why he just opened that door and pushed you right into it.
Yeah.
Or pushed you right through the...
he did.
The, what do they call that? The
He drove the bus and ran me right
Well, the
over.
reason
You are the bus driver,
You're the bus
though,
driver,
so-
yeah. Well, the reason why I did that is because you're like, come on, man, I know, and that's all. I'm like, well, I'm gonna trick him up a little bit, then.
But yeah, Henry also was not only was second in rushing yards, he was also second in scrimmage yards, and then Jahmyr Gibbs was third in scrimmage yards with 1,929 total touchdowns. If you check out the winning team in your fantasy league, there's a good chance you might find one of these guys. That is Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs, or James Cook, who each had 16 touchdowns on the ground. Jay, who led the league in yards per carry?
Now, Ryan, you know I don't care.
I don't care if you don't care. I didn't ask if you cared or not. I asked you who led the league. It's already people we've talked about, so you've got like a multiple choice potential option here.
And what position is this?
It's who runs the football.
Who runs the football?
What's the name of the position that runs the football? It can be anybody nowadays.
I was going to say,
fullbacks, quarterbacks, tight ends.
Yeah.
Not a lot of tight end runs, but running backs typically are the ones that get the carries.
Man, they just don't talk about running backs on like the mainstream media. It seems like. It's all about the quarterbacks.
Yeah, I'll give you a little bit of that, but
it's got to be. Yeah, like they don't ever talk about the running backs, so therefore I don't know.
You don't know who led the league in yards per carry?
Mm-mm.
Who David just asked you what team they played for?
Ravens. Yeah. Derrick Henry.
Yes. 6 yards per carry. Think about that.
Wait, can you tell me off the top of your head, and if not, don't worry about it, I'll look it up, or not off the top of your head, if you have the numbers in front of you, carries for Saquon versus carries for Derrick Henry?
It just has the yards per carry, not the total number of carries. But if I was smart, I'd have the ESPN stats up while I was doing this. So, Jay, who is second?
Like when I'm doing the afternoon show, I always think, oh, man, I should have had these things ready to go. Yeah. I knew I was going to ask these questions, but you just get so worried. Yeah, there's so many things going on.
You got to get tunneled into what you're focusing on. But, Derrick Henry, 6 yards per carry, Jay. That is every 2 carries getting a first down. Why would you just not hand the ball off? And then obviously Lamar Jackson, he leads the leagues for quarterbacks at 6.6 per carry. You got your running back at 6 and your quarterback at 6.6. That's pretty crazy when it comes to being able to run the football. Saquon Barkley was second in the league at 5.8, and Jahmyr Gibbs was 5.6. And obviously there was a qualifying number of carries for that. Receiving yards, Jay, this is another theme, and David kind of foreshadowed it, earlier for you. Who led the league in receiving yards?
Hold on 1 second.
You busy?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll wait.
It was 20 carries different. 345 for Saquon, 325 for Derrick Henry, and they finished about 80 yards apiece. Derrick was 80 yards away from Saquon.
Gotcha. I wonder how many, do you have it readily available, how many carries Lamar had?
No, I don't, but I can.
I can do it too. I know how to use the internet.
Jamar Chase.
All right. Oh, did you Google it?
No. I was thinking Jamar.
He got us distracted.
He said, hold on a second, and then he saw his thumbs go.
I was texting.
Who are you texting?
Well, nothing. Jamar Chase, though.
That is correct, because you obviously got the answer from something or somebody.
Did not.
You got like one of your students texting you in the answers, right?
139 carries for Lamar.
And he
915. So if he, but it's a totally different element with the speed, with the speed and everything,
and where he's running, and
right?
Yeah, he's not necessarily running through your A and
but
B
still,
gaps,
that's very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, between your lead back and your quarterback, you're averaging 2 carries, you get a first down. That's pretty nuts.
And can I just say 4 years ago, I guess. No, it would be 2 years ago before Lamar got his contract extension when he bet on himself. I was like, man, if you're the Ravens, you really got to be careful. There's no question that he is a talent above many talents in the National Football League. However, 2 years in a row, he's only played 12 games. Well, 2 years in a row, He's played 17 football games, so kudos to Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him. He's kind of worked on himself a little bit, got himself a little strong. Was he the one that was working on like doing taekwondo and stuff like that?
No, that was Tua.
Tua, that's right.
I believe it was jiu-jitsu to be able to learn how to fall. It might have been taekwondo though.
And then I think you're right, jiu-jitsu, and then he led with his head on a run. So they don't teach you that in jiu-jitsu.
Well, no, they also don't teach you that in football either, especially if you're the quarterback. It's been through a number of situations. But sometimes the competitor inside of you gets the best of you. And
all right, Jay, you get no time on this one. You got the first one right. Jamar Chase led the league with 1,708 receiving yards. Who was number 2 in the league?
Let's go with Ama St. Ramon or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Ama St. Ramon.
Like the number 4 receiver for the Browns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Waddle.
I wasn't doing this.
I don't know who did.
It does start with a J.
Yeah.
First and last name starts with a J.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs. There you go. Leading or second in the league in receptions. This is why these exercises are my favorite.
He played quarterback. He played college football at LSU with Jamar Chase
and
Joe Burrow.
Yep.
He is now on Lizzo's favorite team. I'm trying not to give away too much.
I know it's hard. It's hard not to give a hint without it being super obvious, but you just don't know where Jay's mind is with super obvious and not. So
he's I would say he's the best wide receiver in the NFL
I would
right
agree
now.
with that
I think if you say Jamar Chase, you're 100% right in that as well. But
I think he's got a better catch radius, a little better hands. I don't know. They're both.
For me, it's ego. It comes down to ego.
Yeah,
I think he's better for the locker room than what Jamar Chase is.
He invented the what I was doing,
which is called
gritty.
Yeah,
gritty.
You know that.
You know that, but you don't know who invented it. I don't even know if he invented it. He's the one that kind of made it popular.
Yeah,
I thought that was Tyreek Hill that did that.
No,
he's just all right. I give up.
JJ.
We've given him that hint.
That's
already.
true.
I give up. I don't know.
All right, first name Justin. Last name is also shared with the third president.
I think
believe.
third is right. Yeah. TJ. Monticello is the name of that house of that this president.
Also, I believe
Jefferson.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So Monticello got it for you.
Yeah.
Or Monticello. I don't know what if it's so.
I always thought it Monticello, but Monticello sounds more
presidential.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, but yes, Justin Jefferson was the answer we were looking for. It was 1,533. You're never going to get the third one, so I'm just going to say it. Brian Thomas Jr., the rookie on the Jacksonville Jaguars, had 1,282.
We could have got to Brian Thomas Jr.
We could have.
It would have been like, all right, what's the dog in Family Guy?
Would you have known that?
I would not have known that.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're done here.
Yeah, see, wouldn't have lasted. All right, who had the most receiving touchdowns, Jay? Typically, if you had the most yards, usually.
Jamar Chase?
Yeah.
All right.
Dang.
17 touchdown receptions were the most since 2020 when Devontae Adams had that. Next on the list were Scary Terry McLaurin. He had 13. And then your boy, I don't even know how you said his name, Amon-Ra St. Brown had 12. Who led the league in receptions, Jay, and made him the first or the 6th Triple Crown receiver in the Super Bowl era?
Is that the guy that just the Jerry Rice?
No, not Mike Evans.
Not Mike Evans.
But it's the same guy that was leading other statistical categories that make up the Triple Crown, which you've already given us the answers to.
Jamar Chase.
Yes. Man, you're getting good at this.
I am.
You are getting good at this.
What's for lunch today, man?
Yeah, no kidding.
No,
We were supposed to get Wendy's yesterday, but y'all bailed on me, so. You had a meeting, though, Ryan, so not your fault. Jay's, though.
Did I?
Did you?
Oh, I did, yeah.
Yeah, because you were dressed
1:30.
fancy,
Yep. Well, I had a meeting in the morning, too. Fancy dress. Jay's dressed fancy today. He's got a golf glove on.
Yeah.
Still.
He's just looking for the ball marker.
That's it on your shoelace.
We got to invent that. No, no, for real.
No, putting it on the shoe, maybe, but on the shoelace.
You don't think there's already shoes with golf marker or with ball markers on them?
There probably is. There's already shoes that have like little pockets in them. Ian texted us and said the kangaroo zipper shoes. Remember those?
I do remember those.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Don't lie to me.
No, I'm not
on the air.
For real.
Lie on the air.
Come on.
Oh, goodness. All right, yes, Jamar Chase had 127 receptions, making him the Triple Crown winner, the sixth one in the Super Bowl era. He joins 1992. Sterling Sharp is the only member of the Triple Crown to have missed the playoffs. He also led in targets with 175. That was Malik Neighbors and Drake London were second and third. First downs, Jay, who led the league in first downs?
Cool. Team?
No, person.
Person?
Just keep it coming.
First down.
Don't chase too hard here.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase.
There you go. When in doubt, say Jamar Chase. Man, the PFF grades among wide receivers. Number one ranked wide receiver from Pro Football Focus is a Los Angeles Ram. He had a 92.8 rating. That is Puka Nacua. Nico Collins and A.J. Brown were right there as well, although they all missed games. The most drops in the league was two former Alabama wide receivers, Jerry Jeudy and Amari Cooper, had 12 apiece per Fox Sports.
That's Deshaun Watson's fault, though.
That is true. That is true. Jay, give me a ballpark. I'll give you a 2-mile-an-hour range. Who reached the top speed this year in the NFL? You don't have to give me the name. The name is Kevontae Turpin, and he is crazy fast.
But how did he do it?
Yeah, and what was the speed? I'll give you a 2-mile-an-hour buffer. The speed he reached on that particular touchdown.
Can I take a guess first, Ryan?
Sure.
Was it 43.5 miles an hour?
Close.
Okay. All right.
hour. I like the way you said an hour.
He also said 43.
43 and a half.
And a half, yeah. Because 45 would have been too much.
Oh, shoot. Let's go 18.
Ooh, short.
Yeah.
Well short.
Little, yeah. About 20% short.
Really? 26?
No, too much.
Too high.
24.
Yeah. Getting closer.
You said 2-mile-an-hour buffer.
The 2-mile-an-hour buffer, yeah. So 24 gets you within the 2-mile-an-hour buffer.
Yeah, because it was, 22.5 or something?
Yeah, 22.36 miles an hour on that. It was a kick return, right?
It was a punt return.
A punt return.
And he hit that little spin. There,
and just fast. Fast.
Fastest man in the NFL.
Gone like a freight train.
Except for I would like to see Lamar race him, though.
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
Lamar, Tyreek, see all of those guys hit a 100-yard dash.
What's the Xavier Worthy?
Yeah, Xavier Worthy.
Why don't they do that at the Pro Bowl games?
Yeah, 100-yard dash?
Yeah, 100-yard dash.
Forget 40. Let's go 100 yards.
I mean, anybody can.
And then bring in Noah Lyles.
Yep.
I like it.
Do the high jump.
Be on the outsides. Bring in Cracker DeJean.
Yeah.
Cracker DeJean, but, he's the Caucasian quarterback, so.
Yeah.
Cornerback.
Yeah. It's like Vanilla Vic. Same thing.
Right.
Same thing.
Yep. That's you, Ryan.
Yeah, sometimes. I don't think I got it anymore.
I think you do.
No.
You still got it.
Nope. Not after all this. I just don't have the same pop that I used to have. That's for sure. We got to go ahead.
It's like riding a bike, Ryan. Come on.
It's true. It's true. I was never really good at riding a bike either. But yeah, we got to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to get Jay's thoughts on the College Football Playoff Orange Bowl coming up tonight. It'll be right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
It was exposed that Jalen was having a little affair with and dating the therapist on the team, which is a total no-no. I don't know how you get smart when you're already stupid. So, how do you treat it like a...
Weekday morning 7 to 9, ESPN Northwest Florida.
In 2025, come on down to that boot store and pick out something that will help make 2025 a year to remember. Choose from one of the largest selections of Western wear and accessories you'll find in the area and at affordable prices. For the hard worker, there's name brand, Carhartt work clothes in all the right sizes with plenty to select from. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 9 till 5. Friday and Saturday, 9 till 5:30. Next to Bill Bird Kia 15th Street, Panama City. That boot store where God is good all the time.
Take your next adventure in an award-winning Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Discover the new Kia. We invite you to stop by Bill Bird Kia and test drive the new 2025 Kia. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. The 2025 Kia SUV family has movement that inspires. Drive away today in a new 2025 Kia Soul, Seltos, Sportage, Sorento, or Telluride. Fuel the thrill and command the road in the luxury of a 2025 Kia K5 sedan from Bill Bird Kia. Performance, power, and design built for you. Spark inspiration in the all-electric 2025 EV9. It's a modern masterpiece, fast charging, rugged, and roomy. Bill Bird Kia is the original home for the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by 2435 East 15th Street, Panama City, or anytime at BillBirdKia.PanamaCity.com. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind you can trust. Your local community dealer is Bill Bird Kia.
Don't mind me. I'm just playing through. Now back to the Inside Drive, live and local from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Are back. You're listening to Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And if I did that, my head would be pounding. Jay, do you get nervous when I'm away in the break that you have to bring us back in?
Yes.
So you get nervous about that because why? You don't want to say something and sound like you don't know what you're doing, but then half the stuff you say when we ask you questions is ridiculous. So I don't understand the difference.
Welcome back to the Inside Drive.
There you go.
I'm Jay Henley, Ryan Mulvey, DJ Davey Crockett.
See, that was better than I do. I never announce who you are. The people aren't know.
I told him, I was like, Jay, you're going to have to bring it in, and just all you need to do is just talk about Bill Kramer. Not Kramer Chevrolet, just talk about Bill Kramer.
Yeah, right. The patriarch of the Kramer family.
Yes, sir. Yep, the grandfather.
Well, father.
Yeah.
Or father.
The father.
That's where
What's that from?
My papa always.
Home Alone. This is Peter McAllister. The father.
That's where my papa always got it. Before that was Kramer, I believe it was Tommy Thomas Chevrolet.
Yeah, I think that's what Chris said when we were there that one time.
And that's what my papa always said, boy, get you a bow tie. It won't treat you wrong.
That's true.
That's right.
I used to wear bow ties all the time. It's hard to tie, though.
I've never done that. Never tied a bow tie. I could tie my own ties, but not a bow tie.
Bow ties,
I'm sure I can figure it out.
I would get frustrated because you got to hold the one where you go around it and then you got to pull it. And I'd always want it to be exactly perfect on both sides. So I'd get frustrated and I'd say, forget it. I'll just put on a regular tie.
Yeah.
The father.
You got me tripping out, dude.
Did you have one of those? I had one of those.
I never did.
I got one.
I was too poor.
Yeah.
I was too poor. That thing was probably like $150 back in the day. What was it called though? The talkie-walkie, or
it was like a talkie-walkie or something like that.
Yeah,
it wasn't walkie-talkie because that name was already copywritten, but
because he used it like, Dad, wait up.
Yep.
Wait up, Dad.
Yep. He would record everybody.
Yeah.
Record his uncle in the
show. Uncle Frank.
Mean old guys really do the cool jerk.
That's right.
That was a great soundtrack. Home Alone. That was Home Alone 2, though.
Yeah.
Because the walkie-talkie thing didn't come until Lost in New York.
Did you watch it this holiday?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I did too.
Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2, and National Lampoons always get watched during the Christmas season.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how I was on such a great run at December 1st?
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. You peaked early.
Yeah. I watched 3 or 4 Christmas movies in a night or two, and then bomb.
Yeah.
I don't even remember listening. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I don't even remember listening to Christmas music after the 5th day of the month.
There was one. There's one local radio station. That's all they play.
Oh yeah, that's what.
Yep.
No shame in my game. That's what I would listen to.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
And then somehow my radio found its way back to 104.3 and just stuck there.
Stuck there indeed. All right, Jay. Who do you like tonight in the big matchup, the Orange Bowl, the college football playoff semifinal? The Notre Dame Fighting Irish haven't won a meaningful bowl game in a coon's age.
It's a long time.
It is a long time. That's a Southern phrase, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raccoons real old or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They live a long time.
Do they? They eat trash and stuff. I don't think they have a long lifespan.
Why do you think I do what I do? To help my immune system.
Fair.
I live like a raccoon.
It's true.
Right.
It's true.
What was the question?
Notre Dame or Penn State.
Oh.
Yeah, the playoff game tonight, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
They live a long time, Jay. Raccoons live a long time. In the wild, raccoons typically live 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
But can survive up to 5 to 6 years in optimal conditions. I was like, I've never heard like raccoons living a long time. Tortoises for sure.
Yeah, tortoises live a hot minute. Also, J-Slow, she's like 15 pounds now. She's massive.
Wow.
Been trying to
You showed a picture.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, bring her to the stadium.
I
Or
should.
to the stadium. That's what we should go. Welcome to the stadium.
Yes.
We're taking the inside drive in the tunnels of California.
Ooh.
Fires above us.
Hot.
Stop.
Expression in a coon's age means a very long time and originates from the shortened term for coon for raccoon, with the mistaken belief that raccoons live exceptionally long lives.
So going back to our earlier discussion on what was something that you learned when you were young that you were wrong about, raccoons.
Ding, 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 ding.
Thank you.
We brought it all the way back around. It originated in the year 1843 when it was up against a similar saying, a crow's age, which would imply a very long time.
Just to add to this, in captivity, raccoons can live up to 21 years or more. So why are not zoos teeming with raccoons?
I feel like we're doing the raccoons an injustice.
Yeah,
we're bringing in the killer whales, and they're not lasting forever. But we're just letting the raccoons be out there 2 to 3 years and then kicking it.
That's right.
It's like them in houseflies; they don't last very long.
It's just hard to build an environment for a whale that actually is fitting for it.
That's fair. That's fair. They live in the ocean.
What if we made mini whales? You know, like mini dachshunds or whatever.
Yeah. You just have to find a toy whale and a regular whale and breed them, and then you got a toy whale.
There you go.
Or a miniature killer whale.
I like.
Or just get them when they're babies.
We call them dangerous whales, not killer whales, because they're not
They're not killer.
They're killer whales.
Yeah, but
they are killers.
They're dangerous though because they're mini.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
I was trying to think of a name for
for the mini whales.
For the mini whales.
Yeah.
Yes. Now we do have orcas in the Gulf of America, right?
Yeah, every now and again. Very rare. Very rare.
Like a year ago.
Yeah, no, right. That's what I'm saying.
And then we reported the old humpback whales off the coast of Georgia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Jay, don't hump
off
a golf
the
ball.
coast of Georgia.
It was in the Atlantic Ocean, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Off the coast. Maybe it was off the coast of Florida, the east coast of Florida.
Okay.
Like Newport
That
Beach
makes
or
sense,
something like that. I don't know. Anyway, getting back to my question, Notre Dame hasn't won a meaningful bowl game in quite some time. Jim Franklin called out the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, saying that you shouldn't be allowed to play, or I don't know exactly what he said, but basically saying you shouldn't be allowed to play in the college football playoff if you don't play in a conference championship game, or we just shouldn't have conference championship games at all.
That's essentially what he said right there, was either have a conference championship game or don't have a conference championship.
Notre Dame obviously is an independent, Jay. They don't play in a conference championship game, so he was kind of taking a shot at the Fighting Irish there before the game gets going underway.
And he did that classic with all due respect. Nothing to, this is not against Notre Dame or the coach of Notre Dame. But I was thinking about this the other day, actually yesterday after I read that quote. What if Notre Dame plays a conference schedule in each conference, instead of being fully autonomous and independent, they play like 1 year they're in the SEC.
Ooh,
they play,
bounce
9
around.
Yeah. They're just like a rotating. You want to be independent? Well, be independent in this way.
Yeah, this year you get to play in the Big 12. Next year you get to play in the ACC.
Yeah.
This year you get to play in the SEC. I mean, not bad. I mean, they are reaping the benefits too. They got $14 million for making it to the semifinals that they do not have to split with all the other teams in their conference. So they get a ton of benefits from being independent. And I think Jim Franklin was just kind of bringing some attention to that. So Jay, getting back to you, what do you think? What's the keys to this game, and who do you like in this one? I think the spread's only 1.5 right now for the Fighting Irish.
I mean, they were gold for a reason. I think they end up winning. Probably a low.
That's a coveted job too. The painter of the Notre Dame helmet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I don't understand, if there's so many benefits to being independent, why is there not another college that raises their hand and is like, hey, we want to be independent too?
Well, Navy's independent, Army's independent, the Air Force is independent.
Oh, okay.
But
outside of that,
yeah, I mean, but they're not. I mean, they have their own contract with NBC, so they get a bunch of NBC money. But the ACC, the SEC, the ACC's contract's really not that great. But the SEC and the Big Ten have these huge TV contracts as well, where they get all this revenue sharing and additional money. So, and For the exact reasons we're talking about a little bit too, right? Like getting the criticism of not playing in a conference schedule. But I like David's idea. Just bounce around from a different conference each year.
Yeah.
They're eventually going to land at a conference. I think that's just what the nature of the game is going to go to. But since you've avoided my question twice.
I said Notre Dame.
Oh, you did?
I
okay.
did.
Why?
I did.
Why does Notre Dame win?
Gold.
Gold helmets. That's right.
Gold
That's right. I forgot that quickly.
I mean, is that fair enough? I mean,
No.
no.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Glad to see those are still around.
I got like 2 bags left.
Nice. Oh.
Frankly, can't win the big game. We do know that.
Well, you do know that, huh?
Yeah.
So your Notre Dame wins tonight.
I do.
Give me a score prediction.
I'm gonna go. I don't know what the over/under is. I'll go
45.5.
I'll go 17-12.
Ooh, low scoring game.
Yeah. Notre Dame. How about you?
Well, we actually got a pick it too. So your pick, because it's our first game in our pick'em this week.
Okay.
So you're going with the Fighting Irish.
Yes, sir.
What say you, David Hayes? Notre Dame or Penn State in this one?
I was going Notre Dame up until yesterday. I think I'm going to switch my pick up, and I'm going to ride with Penn State.
Okay.
This is an official pick, counting for
This is an official pick.
And I get 10 points if I'm right?
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
if you're wrong, you lose 50.
Oh,
yeah, right.
So it's you either get 10 or you lose 50. So it's the gamble you want to take. I don't know.
I'll take Penn State, though.
All right, there you go. Why the Penn State
I think it'll
pick?
be close. I think that Notre Dame and Penn State's defense are going to match evenly together.
Yeah.
I don't think that Riley Leonard and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are going to be able to beat Penn State with less than 100 yards passing.
Gotcha.
And I think that Drew Aller is going to miss some big passes tonight, but I think he's going to make some big passes as well. And I think that's going to be the difference. I think that Drew Aller hits a long pass this evening. Now, I'm also worried about the defensive front for the Nittany Lions, but I think that they, make do. I think Drew Aller hits a long pass tonight to put them in field goal position and put them over the top.
Gotcha. Walk-off field goal to win the game for the Nittany Lions?
Maybe not walk-off, but go-ahead field goal.
Go-ahead field goal for it. Yeah, and that defensive line, what is his name? Carter, I think. I forget. He's got a little shoulder issue, something like that. But then one of the running backs from Notre Dame, Love, he's got a knee issue as well. But I'm actually going to go with the Fighting Irish, and I'm going to go with the public on this one. I think Riley Leonard is the difference with his legs. Obviously, Penn State.
Abdul Carter, yeah.
Yeah, Abdul Carter, that's right. I kept thinking Jalen, but he's a former Bulldog who plays for the Eagles. But anyway, I think Riley Leonard, his scrambling ability, even though Penn State's going to be keying in on him, I think his scrambling ability makes Penn State load the box a little more, which opens up the passing game. And Riley Leonard actually, like you said, they passed for over 100 yards and win this game.
Over 200?
I'm going to say...
Close, like 189.
I'll say over 175. Between 175 and 200 if I had to put a range in it. And Marcus Freeman continues that, moving his stock up, getting a little more NFL attention there. And Notre Dame make it to the national championship just to piss off all those SEC fans. So we'll see what happens. But my score prediction, like a 24-13 kind of football game there. But whoever scores first, I think, wins.
Yep. Mother Mary.
Mother may I.
Whoever scores first wins.
That's what I'm all saying.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like it.
Obviously,
I'm going to say whoever scores last is going to win.
That's fair, too. Whoever scores more points is going to win as well. But those usually hang true. That is for certain. But you can listen to the Notre Dame Penn State Orange Bowl, the college football playoff game tonight right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Coverage starts following the afternoon underdogs, 6:30 kickoff. Everybody enjoy that college football game. And we got one more tomorrow night as well. We got playoffs for the next 5 straight games. You guys are listening to the Inside Drive live here at, not yet, Jay. Not yet.
Like 40 seconds.
Woo, Jay, takeaways. I didn't get to ask his takeaways. Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase, yeah.
Joe Burrow.
The Bomb.
TheBomb.com.
Yeah.
There you go. Can't say bomb on the air.
Yeah, no, sorry.
No.
Yeah. Bomb,
no, you can't say bomb in the air. You can say bomb in the air.
On the air, yeah. Bomb. That's Meet the Parents, right?
That's right.
Another good one.
Oh, gosh. The Father.
Peter McAllister.
But it is football weather. It is.
Yeah, well, we got a football game tonight. Go Team Dynasty.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to getting back on the gridiron, as they call it.
Yep.
I wonder why they call it the grid. Oh, I guess it's got yardage lines on it.
I never thought about that.
Where's the iron come from?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll look that up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, because they play an iron style of game, you know?
Yeah, like very physical.
So you're on the grid, and it's an ironclad war.
Yes, like the old knights.
Like that.
Going jousting against each other.
Yes, sir.
All right, I think we're okay to go now. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Enjoy that college football playoff. Happy birthday, Ryan, and go Team Dynasty.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
We're up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Hurricane Helene.
And breaking weather as it happens.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Thursday's weather. The rest of the day, there will be a light wind out of the northeast, mostly sunshine and 52. Some clouds tonight, a bit colder at 41. Tomorrow, mixture of light showers and mostly clouds and a moderate breeze right around 18 miles per hour with a high of 64. A little colder at 57 Saturday, and we'll have some clouds. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? We can typically replace them while you wait. Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? In many cases, we can have it back to you the next day. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, just south of Tractor Supply. The best place in town to take a leak.
Your biggest investment is your home. Protect it while also improving its appearance with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. We have sand, mulch, gravel, or lay down decorative stone, all available for pickup and delivery. Discover your dream landscape with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Imagine the moment you proudly pull up to your home that you've worked so hard for, enhanced by quality mulch, decorative stones, and more. Let's make it happen today. Request a quote online at earthworkspc.com or swing by the office at 2005 Industrial Drive. Love the land you live on.
WPLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Lynn Haven, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Ryan previously on the Herd.
That is what I have heard from people I've asked, that J.J. McCarthy would be higher ranked than the two quarterbacks. Doesn't mean everybody's right or my sources are right, but that's what you're hearing. And that's why this game for Sam Darnold against the Rams is fascinating.
A new day in the Herd starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen. You guys can laugh at me all you want.
This is the Herd.
Oh, yeah.
With Colin Cowherd.
I'm setting the tone.
Best show on radio.
This is the Herd.
Broadcasting live from Los Angeles. The Herd with Colin Cowherd starts now.
All right, here we go. It's Thursday, Final Four in college football. On the precipice of a huge first NFL playoff weekend live in Los Angeles. It's the Herd. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, thanks for making us part of your day. You know, it's an interesting time right now in professional football. And so you have the haves and the have-nots are both being discussed at the same time. So as we look forward to the weekend of the haves, it's the Chargers, it's the Eagles, it's Buffalo, it's Baltimore, it's everybody except Kansas City and Detroit. They get byes. And then it's also fascinating to see what the other teams that did not make the playoffs, what are they going to do in Chicago? What are they going to do with the Raiders? So, J-Mac, it's an interesting week. And then you have a team that's been a have forever and suddenly was a have-not, San Francisco 49ers. So they have been usually the team either waiting for a playoff game, 1 week or two, a bye or not a bye. A lot of these bad teams are bad forever. Like a lot of these bad teams, Raiders have been bad forever. Bears have been ridiculous forever. And then there's the Niners. And they want to be and are usually in the haves. And now they're a have-not. And they've got a big decision to make because what you don't want to do is make the wrong decision at quarterback or you will stay a have-not forever. You make the bad decision there, or you become Dallas when you win when it doesn't matter, and you're never around in January and February to play. And so John Lynch He is telling you now, we are signing Brock Purdy to a big deal.
What we know about Brock is that he's our guy. We've got, we have interest in Brock being around here for a long, long time. He's done so much for our organization. He's won big games, and had a little tougher task, as we all did this year, with some of the things that happened throughout the course of the year. We just never could string games where we were all together. And through that, he continued to lead. He continued to play at a high level. So we have every interest in him being around.
Okay, so it's really interesting. The Niners used to be a haves, and now it looks like, this year they're a have-not. So what we know is the 8 teams that won their division all had the best quarterback. First time I can remember. Do you think Brock Purdy is the kind of guy that will be a best quarterback in a division? I do not. You have to reframe the discussion on Brock Purdy. It has to go from, look what he's done, to what can he do? Because once he gobbles up a big chunk of the salary, he plays with less talented players. Remember, Jared Goff, before he got paid in L.A., Sean McVay loved him. And then he paid him, and he didn't love him so much. If you ever wonder if you should pay a quarterback, ask yourself one question. What does our rival think? Because Buffalo loved it when Miami paid Tua big boy money. Buffalo loved it. He's 1-8 against the Bills, and he can't play when it's cold. Buffalo loved Tua signing a long-term deal. By the way, the Eagles loved Daniel Jones signing up for more money with the New York Giants. What do you think Sean McVay thinks with Matt Stafford? Scary. Brock Purdy. Nope. Sean McVay this year, next, probably the following year, will have the best quarterback. So ask yourself, it's not about what he's done. It's about what can he do once you take people away from him. Scheme and stats. This is where Tua and Purdy are very similar. The scheme and the stats make you go, eye test, ham and egger. Little small, weather affected, need certain weapons, lose weapons not as good. And what's interesting with the Niners is you already have the answer. How many games you win this year without Christian McCaffrey? Trent Williams hurt. Brandon Ayuk hurt. You got the answer. What'd you win, 6, 7, 8 games? You got the answer in front of you. So if you're the Niners, you have to reframe the question. And here's something else, because you want to be playing this weekend, the halves. There's 14 halves. And that means there's, 18 have-nots, and the Niners are in the have-nots. And one thing we know, if you have a great quarterback, and Purdy's not that in my opinion, you're not going to be winning your division going forward. I mean, good God, Kyle Shanahan, boy genius, has a losing record in San Francisco without Christian McCaffrey. Sean McVay doesn't have losing seasons often. Shanny's had them. So one of the disturbing trends is that Stafford needs McVay. But is he totally reliant on McVay? Because the stats this year for Brock Purdy are disturbing. In the first and second quarter, the schemed quarter, his passer rating is excellent. In the third and fourth quarters, the non-schemed quarters, he has a passer rating that should pay you about $16 million a year, not 58. And so it is an interesting time for the San Francisco 49ers. They used to be in one group, now they're in the other. And the only thing that guarantees no Super Bowls is paying a B quarterback A money. You'll win a bunch of games, so does Dallas, but nobody will take you serious come January. Big decisions. The idea of paying him early has never made any sense. I would let it play out. Oh, by the way, he got hurt again this year. So I saw this story yesterday. Bill Belichick made sure, as he's on the recruiting trail, He made sure to get a hold of a couple of sources, or his people did, to say, hey, I am not going back to the NFL because it's hurting recruiting. And here's the thing. Bill Belichick did such a great job, and you've had this before in your life. Somebody does such a great job doing something, it's the only way I can see them.